like the outside rated RGB strips that are addressable.
That's
that you
exactly
can buy.
what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
By the way, I
Talking
appreciate
about the fact I still have my Christmas tree up and talking about Christmas lights.
But by the way, Coinless, I appreciate the Humunukunuku Apuhaha that you had on the screen. That was
It
awesome.
won the raffle.
Nice.
I had it.
Raffle?
It was
There's prizes.
so many.
Is that
Well,
the
no,
name
there's
of
so
that
many
thing?
now.
That is the Hawaiian state fish, the Humunukunuku Apuhaha, which is its official word. It's also the longest word in the English language.
That just gave me a stroke.
Huh.
It's called it's a reef triggerfish. It's the Hawaiian reef triggerfish, but that's the Hawaiian name for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Google that and you'll be like, "What?" It makes makes a great password.
I bet. But
Good luck
now
trying to
we
break
know, and you said
There's
Yeah,
so
now
many of
it's
the fish now.
Humunukunuku Apuhaha #.
See,
Damn it.
one of my favorite words that I learned. I had two favorite words that I learned in high school, and one of them was a Hawaiian word. It was pahoihoi.
Fahoihoi?
Pahoihoi.
Pahoihoi.
It's a type of lava flow. There's the two types of lava flow are a'a and pahoihoi, and a'a is sharp and jaggedy, and pahoihoi is graceful.
The flowy one.
Flowy.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
So pahoihoi, I've never forgotten that word because it was one of my two favorite words I learned in high school. The other one was
What was the other?
Sitoya.
What language is that?
It's a very
French?
short tree.
Is it a bad word?
No, it means pumpkin.
Like I said, it's a very short tree.
Ay, ay, ay.
La tarte la Sitoya is pumpkin pie.
I'm learning so much already. We're only a couple minutes in.
Okay.
I feel
How do
like
you say
cultured.
pineapple in Hawaiian?
I was thinking that exact thing.
Welcome to the Hawaiian stream.
I know the Hawaiian stream. Aloha. Welcome to the Hawaiian.
You should just have like a list of 20 to 30 different languages to say pineapple in, and just rotate through them.
Well, pineapple is a bit chief cash crop for Hawaii, so it all corresponds.
The Irish word for pineapple is anana.
Really?
Yep.
Anana.
Did someone see a pineapple once and think, that's a really weird looking banana?
I mean, I would like to point out that someone looked at a pineapple and thought it looked like an apple. So
this is fair. So the mistake,
Well,
the mistake happened
a piney
twice.
fruit. It's a piney fruit, and if you think of fruit, you think apple.
I mean,
And
maybe,
so,
maybe.
like-
I think banana. Yeah. I like banana.
You know,
I feel like they're trying to make it simple for people. Like, what is this? It's an apple. Like okay.
fruit
That
are
came from a
weird.
pine tree. Yeah.
You know,
Pineapple.
tomatoes are fruit, but they don't. You don't think about it. It's weird.
You
It's
haven't
also like from the
programmed your
nightshade
buttons
family.
yet, Tim.
I don't have batteries in them yet.
Oh yeah. But welcome.
Yeah, once I have batteries in them, though, I'm gonna have each one will say pineapple. But
Are those
need
the
to say
are
it.
those the pet ones?
They're not labeled that way, but yes, yeah, they're.
Yes. So the pets can
official
like hit them, and
packaging-
they can hear, "Who's a good boy?"
Yeah.
Oh God.
Or
Oh.
like food. They can tap it and it says food, and then you know. It's food.
Oh yeah, I saw a dog do like
You
eight.
could
Like
train
the
them to do
dog
that.
was talking with like 80 of those things. It was
Yeah.
like tapping
Jeez.
all those out. Yeah.
Yeah, this was.
It just needs to say pineapple in the most annoying, high-pitched voice possible.
Well, one of them probably will, but these ones are listed as answer buzzers, and so I guess it's learning resources. I guess it's supposed to be like, to help your kids learn crap. And
Except pineapple.
Just
mine is not going to be used for that purpose. They're gonna
Just
say
have
pineapple.
Toby record Toby saying pineapple.
I might.
I think we need.
one
Go
of
ahead.
them. I might have one of them be Toby saying pineapple.
I think we need a pineapple emoji in the Discord chat.
Oh yeah, why don't we have a pineapple emoji?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need to add that to the emoji
We
list.
just took one out, so we need to add another one back in.
That's true. We did just remove an emoji from the server.
Yeah,
Oh,
You know.
yeah.
My coworkers were talking about Russia and Ukraine
Oh boy.
yesterday.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
and your
Mhm.
your,
Yeah,
your
meeting.
coworkers are government people too. So that's probably.
Yeah.
Can we even broach that subject on a stream? I don't think
mean,
I think
can.
I think we can.
Yeah,
because
everybody is.
we're not-
as long
we're not-
as it does. As long as we got a hard pineapple some topics. and we
we're
go-
not
we
Yeah.
being
get a little-
political about it, and we're not
Yeah.
promoting either side either.
I
So
mean,
I won't say what I told
we're allowed to
them.
promote a side. Like
Yeah. Oh, okay.
the
It's where it
concerns.
starts becoming like hate speech or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
it's,
yeah, like
it's if we start giving hate. Yeah, basically, if we start giving hate speech towards one side, then
Okay.
that's or even towards both sides. But it's if we start like they have rules against hate speech, but they don't have rules against like
Okay.
acknowledging that politics exist in our part of our lives,
yeah, and that war is bad.
and that
You know,
war is
like-
bad.
Or bad.
Mhm.
Unless it's God of War for the PS5, then it's like pretty.
Well, that
pretty
that
good game.
still
I've
turns
heard-
out pretty badly for the gods. So
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean,
Does
it-
that one turn out
yeah.
pretty badly for the gods? I mean, that's because he's dealing
At
with
least-
the
at
Norse
least
It
side.
one of
depends.
them.
It depends. Yeah, it depends which one you are, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, if you go by historical, like a lot of like the Greek and Norse gods, they're not really the nicest people.
Yeah,
Like if you really like dive into Zeus' history, he's done a lot of not good things.
You don't
just
have to dive
because he's
far. No.
yeah, yeah.
You just- you step into the room and you're like, oh no, I see where this is going.
oh no, Zeus is giving me those eyes.
Like,
oh no.
you're one of those guys.
It's like-
Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, do you want me to turn into an ant? It's so weird. I think you could probably name any animal when he's turned into it.
just about. I mean, animals
A
that we know
nematode.
to the Greeks at least.
A
Yeah.
nematode. Zeus as a nematode. I want to see that.
Zeus as a nematode. Okay.
How-
Quick question. Where's Matt?
I don't know. I messaged
Is
him.
he-
Nothing.
Okay,
Presumably
nothing.
Virginia. That's what we got.
Where in the world is Matt?
We know where he is. He's late.
No.
Yes. The state of late.
He's. You know where he's not too. He's not on time.
Yeah.
That's right.
The state of being late.
I don't even
All
remember
right.
what we did last week.
I remember when last we left our daring adventuring heroes and also the rest
Daring?
of the party.
Yeah,
They
we'll
had,
go with daring.
Oh, we
They
left
had-
Paul.
They had taken the extrajudicial prisoner that they'd already shot in the face and showed their kindness by giving him a light switch.
Giving him a light switch.
A light
Yeah.
switch in an intercom.
Yep, that's about right.
there was
Yeah.
also an intercom. Yes.
Has
It
earned
ended
our
with
trust.
everybody like ripping dog out of the Steven out of the room.
We muzzled the dog.
Yeah.
And I think that Dee
That's
and Amanda have like kind of switched roles because Dee's usually like the suspicious one and is like, yeah, he can stay here in the base for a little bit. And Amanda's like, what?
Are you kidding me?
Well, come on now. Let's calculate the current events of all the things that have gone on the base. It's like
He
let's
is
have
a
another
meat
guest.
Gundam.
You'd be like, seriously? Like, so, but that's where we're at. Yeah. And Paul had a good meal. I think 5 whipped him up something for dinner. So that
Still
a light switch.
It was the
dinner,
roast beef.
and
The roast beef.
Did you say roast beast?
Yes, the roast,
roast
beef.
beef.
Roast
Mhm.
beast. Don't. Are you
Christmas
thinking
reference.
Christmas?
Christmas
yes.
reference.
Yeah.
We might also need a Christmas tree emoji now.
Yeah, the roast beef that 5 has been making for like 3 episodes now.
Oh,
think
no,
it's slightly
it was
overserved.
served.
He's
It was
been-
served. He already
But-
served it last episode.
I was gonna say also these past 3 episodes have been like over the covered
Yeah.
4 hours. You know,
Not
like
even.
Yeah.
Not even.
Not
It's been
even.
like
Yeah,
an
no.
hour. Yeah.
so it's not. It's like a Thanksgiving dinner. Like it's not that horrible. He probably spent the better part of a day. And that's it.
But he started it when the base was first invaded.
It's pretty blameless on how that happened. Pretty neutral
Yeah.
ground.
I know it could have happened anything.
Yeah.
Just let the door
anybody.
open.
Yeah, Steven better not start whistling.
Still has that in his like pocket.
Hopefully he doesn't have lips to actually whistle properly.
That
So-
is a good question. I don't want to imagine dog with lips now.
Dogs have lips, man. Like,
Well, I mean,
you
it's
just-
more of
they-
a gum line. It's not really.
Yeah, if you ever like brush a dog's teeth or checking out their canines or something like that, they got like the gum line and stuff. So
I
Yeah,
mean,
the
like
canine,
the big bad wolf was
Yeah, exactly.
whistling in the cartoons.
in the card.
Yeah.
Wily
Yes.
Coyote, come
Mhm.
on, come
Because
on now.
that's so.
Well, this is a
biologically
comic book
accurate.
setting, so you can just imagine everyone's designed as a comic book character.
Oh no.
It's like 2D flat drawings.
Oh dear, that changes my perception of everything.
So
Well, that means that all the female characters are incredibly well endowed. Because comic book.
Right.
Let's see.
How does that impact me? I'm just a head.
Oh, there's the pineapple.
yeah,
emoji.
well,
That's a great question. You've got really big cheeks.
You got very
I'm-
large
Ah,
size.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for us to find the rest of Gina, and we're gonna be like the rest of Gina's gonna walk
Yeah.
around, and Gina's like they're gonna have a reunion of the head with the body, and it's just gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna have the '80s music with them going across the beach towards each other.
Slow motion, yeah, slow motion
motion,
running
yeah.
towards each other.
Yeah,
Or floating.
yeah, or floating
then-
as the case may be. Yeah.
And then Gina's gonna catch her head like a football or something like that. She's like, touchdown, spike.
So actually, this is a good question. So the whole like mutation. What if they do have their body, but their body is normal size, and their head's still giant? Like, and it doesn't. It's just gonna be like a bobblehead situation.
Yes,
possibly.
Exactly.
Oh man.
It'd be like the Call of Duty
Ah.
cheat for the original Xbox.
Big head, big head.
NBA Jam.
Or no, was
So-
that was
so I'm
Company
not-
of Heroes, right? No.
I don't
I think
remember.
I think it was Battle. Was it Battlefield? Anyways, pineapple. I'm gonna throw the pineapple. on this.
Pineapple.
Hey.
So, how do you want to start this, Tim?
Well, so you guys have just left Paul,
Okay.
and presumably, people might actually consider sleeping for once.
I know. We've been like, I've been thinking about this for like months now. I'm like, man, we just are just Red Bulling and just
Yeah,
like
you guys have
over
been
caffeinating.
You guys have been living on like Red Bull and Adderall for a week. It's just
like, so
Oh no.
So I know Amanda would talk to Steven mentally before calling it a night, but I do think that calling it a night would be very in character.
yeah, it is. It is late.
It is late.
So William has not slept at the base yet. He's gonna go. Is there a spare room somewhere? Because I'm not sleeping in Nine's room. Because that would be weird.
We have guest quarters. Vince, like-
Yeah, no. No.
There- I mean,
No.
Yeah, I
got-
think you
with
guys.
Paul.
I
we
think
haven't
you
really
guys-
cleaned those yet,
I think
but
you guys
like,
specified a number of rooms that you have.
We can put Nine's room into storage and have the base generate a new one.
Is that how that
just
works?
make a fold-out couch on the living room. Like,
Yeah, we'll just
really?
we'll just put it into a zip file. Nice. Room into a zip file and.
Wait, where does Hank sleep? Because Steven doesn't have a room. Can he just bunk
Shoebox.
with Hank?
Shoebox.
I mean,
have, like, a shoebox
Hank
bunk
does
bed.
actually have a room. Like Hank has a full size room. It probably has
That's a
bed
waste.
in it
Actually,
that he doesn't
yeah.
use.
That's like
Steven
a mansion
doesn't have
to
a room
him.
either.
Jeez. Yeah, Steven's new. Has he slept at the base yet?
I
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I
And
not
he
really.
was, and he was post-based creation, so we probably didn't make a room for him.
Yeah. No.
But
you
he
guys-
is part
you guys have
dog,
not
so he
made-
might just be he
Yeah,
might
he's
just be
just-
at the foot of
he's
the
just
bed.
You're gonna go into Hank's room and it's gonna be like Hank is asleep on like a pincushion on a shelf, and Steven is curled up on the floor at the foot of the bed.
I mean, Steve. Don't forget, Steven can shrink down to Hank's size, so they can just both.
Actually,
like,
Hank can also get bigger now.
So so proportionally, you guys can figure it out. Like, which are you guys gonna be normal size or?
it's like who's gonna get the dollhouse and who's gonna get like the rolled up mat on the floor tonight.
Well, no, Hank definitely gets the. Well, actually, hold on a second. Let me check something. Where's my sheet for Hank?
Steven's used to like prison and like post-apocalyptic prison. So like as long as like he's like, wow, there's not rats trying to eat me tonight. This is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Right. His expectations is,
Yeah, Hank doesn't
very,
actually.
very, very reasonable.
Hank doesn't actually need to sleep. Like he doesn't. He has immunity to the need to sleep.
But Hank was part of the group, and he was
Yeah,
allotted a room. Kate was part of the group, and Kate was allotted a room.
that's true. Kate was a
Oh, yeah.
room, and then has never been back.
Amanda would offer Kate's room as a temporary solution if sleeping in Nine's room bothered William.
But
I don't know
Steven
which
still
is
doesn't
worse,
have-
sleeping in my doubles room or in the room of some random lady I've never met.
Amanda's kind of like
I
they're
mean-
She
both
never
empty,
set up
like
her
she's
room.
trying to
Have
give
you-
you we're trying to help, buddy.
Yeah.
like,
Wait,
I
oh,
don't know,
is the
like,
room-
you got
is
options.
the room empty?
I didn't say that.
The room is empty. Kate's never
Oh.
been to
Yeah, it's
really been
Okay,
to the base.
That's
Yeah,
that's
she's
fine.
been to the
I'll-
base when
I'll-
it was being set up, so she
It's
probably.
got
But
like
she
her
never
name on the
stayed there,
door.
though.
That's about
No,
it.
she probably designed it, but she didn't stay there because
Okay.
you guys left immediately after you designed it.
It's got
and then went
it's
to
got
Brad.
animal print sheets. That's about it. That's all.
Okay then.
Hank
William-
is just confused
William-
at the idea that you don't want to. He's like, oh, it's weird to sleep in the room of a woman I've never met before, and Hank's like, why is that weird?
Because it's rude.
because he's a football player.
If he's not
Emphasis
sleeping in
on
the woman
player.
bed of some random woman, if he's not sleeping in the bed of some random woman, he's having a bad Friday night.
Yeah, there you
Oof.
And the game I was thinking of was Medal of Honor, by the way.
go.
Okay.
That's
One
what I
of
was
the
thinking of.
about
It was-
50
I knew it was an
different
old
World
one.
War II franchises from the early 2000s.
But it was like Medal of
90s.
Honor
There
2.
was a lot
Yeah.
of there was a lot of World War II at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone was just like, make a World War II.
I blame Saving Private Ryan.
There.
Yeah.
he
No,
is.
I think that's completely legit.
Yes.
That's
It's Skippy
probably-
and Band of Brothers. He exists. Yay.
I don't know which came first, the video games or the movies.
The
The
Saving
movies,
Private
yeah.
Ryan came out first
Saving Private
Very
Ryan
first.
came out like
in
when,
'96.
Like 10 years earlier, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Eric and I went to see that.
Yeah.
In high school.
I remember seeing it. I just don't remember any of the context around the time that I
It's
saw
my favorite movie.
it. Is it?
It is pretty legit. It's pretty legit, yeah.
It
a
literally
good
still
movie.
makes
It's on
me cry.
It's on my Plex, Tim. You can watch it again.
I probably won't, but it was a good movie.
They
I
got a lot of
don't
awards
have a
after that.
habit of rewatching movies. There's very few movies that I have watched more than once.
I am the same person. I like that with that. Like I watch something once and then maybe 20 years from now I'll watch it again once and then I'm like,
I think I can count
Yeah,
on.
I don't-
think
I don't
can count on
rerun.
one hand the number of times I've watched a movie that's
That's-
just white. Oh, there you go. There's
Ah.
an example.
nice. All right. Yeah, we need just keep that on your screen there, Trip, because I feel like we're gonna need it
It's
a few
gonna
more
come
times.
up again.
It
All right.
will.
So Amanda will have a conversation with Steven, a mental conversation separately with him, but definitely like it sounds like everyone's gonna hit the hay kind of deal.
Yeah.
Tim, you and I have not talked about how we're going to work if William has dreams or what he's aware of dream-wise.
That's true.
So, So I guess we'll let that ride for now.
Yeah.
Because we've not yet determined whether William is permanent.
Yeah.
That's going to depend on how the rest of Nine's story plays out in
That's
a
true.
few weeks.
I've
Ooh.
got one of Steve Coinless's dreams loaded and ready to send as soon as we get to that point.
You got to roll for dreams, buddy.
Yeah, you gotta actually do a check on that.
Well, you could, but
Oh.
he's so behind on points. I was throwing him dreams just to catch him up. But
Steven's
Like,
getting like the
one
point
Robin
at a
and
time,
Nightwing
yeah, that'll-
treatment.
Just say you rolled for it. Oh, look, he got a dream.
You're right.
Yay.
roll
How
for
many
it.
times
Gotta
have
do
I
it.
done
Okay,
that?
I'll be legit.
When he gets up to
Steven
level-
doesn't need to be strong to be dumb.
So
So should I just
he's
roll
gonna
through it?
scan the cell that Price was in and see if there's any genetic residue left over, so that
You
he
and
can
your-
scan for Price.
Oh. I thought
He's
you were
not-
going to clone him and make a body double.
Yeah, we're gonna clone Trice.
Weekend
Send
at
him into
Bernie's.
town.
No, we'd be like, this is Price. I don't know who that guy is.
It'll
I can
just
see
be
that
the
episode
scene.
unfolding.
It's just see literally the Spider-Man scene. Just
I know. Which one's the real one?
I got 12.
Yeah, that's not actually how you roll for dreams.
Oh, okay. Steven never had a proper dream before.
That's a fail.
I knew exactly what you were doing, but I decided not to mention it.
oh god.
And you brought it up.
So D's going to do that.
Okay.
Do I need to roll
yeah,
technology?
There's always like little flakes of skin, or yeah, you can do. Yeah, give me a technology.
Or can I just take 20 on that?
You can take 20 on that.
I'll take 20 on that.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you can take 20 on that, and yeah, there's always like flakes of skin or a bit of hair or something that fell off.
Yeah. Hair follicles.
Ooh, I never get to do investigation skills either. Checks.
I mean, you have opportunities. You just.
I know. I'm gonna save my crappy rolls for later.
Okay. When they count, you know, when they
When they
matter.
When
count.
they count,
When
that's
they're
right.
clutch. When they're clutch rolls, he's gonna be like, and
that's a 2 on the die.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Which
With the
would still be
modifier.
like a 22.
With the modifier.
All right.
Actually, it'd be a 23. But anyways,
Yeah, you can
I
get
digress.
that. You can get that genetic information.
Okay. Does anyone need anything built?
Not that I'm aware of. William's pretty self-sufficient at this point.
Are you able to make like a Steven a dog purse so he can just use that as like a bed,
Dog.
a portable
What?
bed? Yeah, you know like how like the tiny dogs they'll have that little like purse and then just like,
Do you want to be a teacup dog? Is that what we're shooting
No.
for?
yeah, I mean he can just sleep in one of those and then if you guys need to carry him around, you can just be like, oh, just let
We're
him
not
sleep.
carrying
and
you
just take-
around. You can go into combat in your own.
If you
speed
want to
anyway.
waste your equipment points, sure, I can
I mean,
make you that.
You can crash in Hank's room. There's a whole bed in there.
Yeah.
You know, Hank's,
You can always crash in Nine's room too.
That's right. Nines are not being used.
Yeah, but Nine might murder me because of that. Steven's learned that, you know, Nine's willing to
Yeah.
kill himself. Killing someone he barely knows. Might
Would
not be that big
Steven
of an issue.
would Steven have heard the story of the dog that Nine already killed?
He probably heard. It's like, oh, it's like he probably heard stuff about dogs
Well, that was
brought up once
that
in a
was,
while, but
that was in a fight that Steven was
But still.
present for. wasn't
And
Okay,
also,
I'll-
5 was like on his last leg there, so it was kind of like a saving move.
Well, what I
Still,
mean is,
the precedent has been set.
wasn't Steven there when that happened?
He was tied up in
He
a
was-
van.
He was tied up in a van,
Oh,
so he was in the
Yeah.
area,
I could
but
have
he
heard
wasn't
it
watching.
over the gunfire and screaming, but I doubt he was paying
Yeah.
attention.
Oh,
He
no.
heard the dying yelps.
I'll tell you what. You can crash in Nine's room or D's room because D usually will just sleep on a cot in the lab anyways.
Okay.
For Steve, for yeah.
So D will just configure it so that there's an extra bed in his room and you have your own closet and stuff.
For William,
No, for Steven.
Steven's fine with that, but a little apprehensive. Just is like he probably won't experiment on me. Probably.
I mean, if he was
Internal
going to,
thought.
he could do it anywhere.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be that big of an issue.
Hey, I'm the one that took the collar off you.
Honestly, Steven would probably volunteer for it. He's been throwing himself into enough dangerous situations as it is.
Hank is probably just like sitting on a shelf watching you run genetic sampling and eating, pot roast.
Leftover pot roast
Yeah.
from the.
Matt, can you hear us? Are you muted?
No.
No, you're just not saying anything. All right, cool. Just wanted to clarify. All right, cool. So, night happens, morning happens. What are you guys doing when you actually get up the next day?
We'll
William's
check
gonna see
in-
what there is for breakfast. Be like, sure, why not?
Eggs Benedict.
Oh, he's making eggs.
That is
Benedict. There we
that is acceptable.
Pancakes.
Stephen would
that is better.
probably like to,
Hollandaise sauce.
go.
Yuck.
I've never had eggs Benedict in my
It's
life.
Eggs Benedict, but it's a waffle on the instead of toast.
You mean
Interesting.
so
it's usually an English muffin though.
We're definitely-
Well, there's one version that's an English muffin and one version that's toast. This version is with a waffle.
Okay then.
Is there the Canadian bacon underneath though?
There is still Canadian bacon.
All right.
all right, yeah, we'll do this.
It's an Eggs Benedict with pockets.
It's like a premature chicken and waffles.
Or Irish Benedict, which is eggs Benedict over hash, corned beef hash. It's delicious.
Ooh.
Except for again, I hate hollandaise sauce.
I don't. I've never had eggs Benedict, so I have no idea whether I like hollandaise sauce.
Interesting.
I should find
so
out.
while everyone's eating their eggs Benedict around the breakfast table, Steve would kind of just like to bring up so we kind of might not be able to get back into fine price.
And William says between mouthfuls, maybe ever.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to like go get your kid or something?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I was wondering if we're not having any
Segue.
issues. Can we probably I was wondering if maybe we could go and think about saving my kid.
Weren't we waiting to hear
The
back
general-
from your
Well,
dog?
Weren't we? I thought we were like about to go and get his kid, and then they showed up, and we just kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah, my the whole dog thing. I got some feedback. Had a weird dream, but that's with an airplane. But it's probably fine.
I don't like the word probably. Please elaborate.
Yeah, what kind of airplane are we talking?
It's just it was just saying, here comes the airplane.
Like him.
It's a good memory about my son.
Have
But I really
dogs
want to,
Like
just
that.
sitting in his high chair.
multiple dogs.
Oh, that kind of airplane.
Yeah, here comes the airplane. It wasn't anything serious, it's just
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about my son, who's currently, in the hands of the general, and I was thinking, if maybe we could call in. I know Shadow.
Something
He's
about that?
Shadow. He left me a message last time saying he's gonna deal with some stuff, but I think we should probably double in, check on him. Maybe
It's been like
sneak
12
into the
hours
base.
it's been like 12 hours in game.
Yeah, but that's like 72 in dog years.
What is-
Just a-
yeah,
yeah, he did the
dog
math on
hours,
that.
you
No,
know.
that's like 72
It's
hours.
like 84. That's like 84 dog hours.
I don't even know what the conversion rate is on that, but yeah.
1 to 7, but
Yeah, it's
it's
years.
80 something.
Years is like by 7.
It's been a couple days. Steven
It
says
isn't
casually.
actually, but that's what we say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda would walk out of her room and she would walk over to the kitchen, pour herself a cup of black coffee, and she's sitting down just staring, drinking her coffee, clearly not awake, but clearly alarmed over what, looks like she had a very stressful night. And she's just sitting and staring on the couch, drinking her black coffee.
Gina's
Probably
like,
drank too much.
Now who?
yeah,
who
Gina's like, no alcohol?
Amanda would zombie get up and then go over to the liquor cabinet and adds clearly something alcoholic to her black coffee, and she'd be like, "Thanks, Gina, I forgot."
Yes.
Then,
Yeah,
I was
Gina
wondering why
says,
this
I was
coffee
worried
tasted
there
a
for a
little
minute.
off, and then sit back down and still
Don't they
zombie,
call that an Irish coffee?
That depends on what
They
you're
do.
putting in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does depend on what you
Yeah.
Bailey?
I think
or
if it's an Irish
alcoholic
coffee, I
coffee.
think it's whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yes,
whiskey.
I do. Or
Wait,
Bailey's.
maybe
I
Scotch.
think Bailey's might count.
I put Bailey's in my tea sometimes. But
Is that an Irish iced tea?
no, it's not iced tea.
Oh.
It's like it's.
Well, it's not. It's like a Long Island iced tea.
No, it's like
but-
it's breakfast
Yeah,
tea.
that's just
it's a
every
Dublin
alcohol
iced tea.
handy.
I make a mug of breakfast tea and then I put some Baileys. Anyway, so yeah. Hey, so who all are you making breakfast for there, Matt?
I was gonna make breakfast for everybody.
Now, by everybody, do you mean everybody in the party or everybody in the base?
You bringing some to the
Everyone
prisoner?
in the
That's
base.
that's yeah. See, that's what I'm on there. Is Paul getting the cut of this?
Yes, Paul.
Okay.
Paul can have a eggs Benedict with a waffle instead of a toast.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're going after Steven's son, what are we doing with Paul? We haven't decided.
Also, has anybody ever asked what Stevenson's name is?
I think
It's
I brought it up.
It's been
Yeah, he
said,
did.
but I don't
Yeah.
know if people remember it or not.
I think it was like
I
Luca
don't
or
know.
something.
It
Yeah,
is
Luca, yeah.
Steven's
Yeah.
son is
Right.
just how I remember it.
Yeah. Hank has exclusively referred to him as your kid. Like
The pup.
that
The
kid.
pup.
He will be the pup.
That guy's kid.
The pup.
Is Steven's son a dog werewolf as well?
That
But
has
that-
not been disclosed.
We don't know.
The dog that was here, that wasn't his son, right? Like that was that was
That was his
that
dog.
No,
That was
Shadow
his
was
dog.
his-
different
Shadow
dog.
was his dog.
That was a
Shadow
different
was-
dog's son.
Shadow was Steven's dog.
Yeah.
Like bark dog, not like.
There was
Right,
a period
like
of
what-
time.
Shadow was always a dog.
Okay.
Like I guess that's
Okay.
kind of like it was Steven's dog.
Was it was it like his neighbor turned into a dog or something like that?
No.
So what are we doing with Paul?
I don't know, leave him some cookies and go find that guy's kid.
Cookie? Boy, we are like awful correction folks, you know, like we don't know what to do. We're like
Do-
want some food.
Is there
Like-
anybody on the prison planet right now?
No.
We're not
I'm
putting
gonna
him
call
on the
that
prison
Australia
planet.
world at this point because we just kind of we send people there and
Australia.
abandon them. Like it's just like Australia was back in the day. We just drop you off. That's our solution.
Can't we get him one of those like timed feeder machines like they have for cats?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess we could like.
You guys
And
are
like
awful.
one of those water things like they do for hamsters, you know, that's
Mhm.
Yeah.
D
So-
can make an automatic cat feeder.
I'm gonna
Oh
bring
my God.
Paul's breakfast to him, and I'm gonna ask if he thought about our proposal
which proposal was that?
Was there a proposal?
or what we talked about.
Like sending him someplace? We don't get permission from Free Dairy or whoever.
Yeah, we talked about you know, price bad. We can
Price pad.
deposit you somewhere else if you like. And he was kind of like, I was already living in the place that I had chosen to live in, and then you kidnapped me from it.
But then he saw the footage, the documentation of Price.
Right, and then went to bed. Like there wasn't any further. I guess yeah, you would have to, you would be starting a new conversation on the same topic, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do that if you like.
Is it just me, or is everyone just gonna?
You said you were taking him breakfast, so you're alone.
Okay.
Yeah, Hank's gonna take some time eating a whole eggs Benedict.
You
can dive into it. Just like
So wait, is he Mike? Is he small Hank eating a full size eggs Benedict?
Well, that's the question. Like, are you gonna give? Because if he's like human sized, he's gonna need definitely more than one egg.
Yeah, I pegged him as
So-
a. I mean, I guess not. I guess he can shape his size to whatever the food quantity is.
Yeah.
How hungry are you? I'm just gonna shrink until it looks good.
Yeah. I'm gonna be whatever size I need to be for this to be enough breakfast.
I know, right?
It depends on how much you're giving him, I guess.
Or I
His
could
I feel like
eyes-
that's a very comic book way of handling breakfast.
Yes.
By the way, like I can see that at the X-Men campus. That's like someone's doing that.
or I could just escort Paul to the kitchen.
I mean, if you like. It's not
I
like
mean,
anyone's.
Oh
without-
yeah,
Since no one's
Now
there
we're-
with you,
now
you can just
we're-
kind of decide that. Like, no one's there to tell you no.
Well,
Oh, dear.
I think the group might react if you start walking Paul around the campus.
I'm gonna
and
walk
give him
Paul
the
to the
tour.
kitchen.
All right, Paul's gonna go to the kitchen.
Wait a minute.
Let's all
Wait a minute.
roll perception to see who notices first. 'Cause
Also-
Actually a really good idea.
I would like
support
the
that plan.
I would like the AI to roll as well to see if the security system logs him as like
I have no idea.
as an enemy combatant.
It's not going to. So, you guys never turned the security system back on. Ava did, but only targeting the alien. So,
Oh my god, Amanda hears him walk out the door. It's like, I hear
What?
bullshit happening.
something is amiss.
Amanda
So-
gets up off the couch and goes, "God damn it! What the hell?" And she's like,
What is that noise?
Gina's like, is that my automatic cat food feeder?
Is Gina gonna roll?
Perception.
For perception, I thought I didn't. Oh, it didn't register. Hold on.
Gina notices.
William is just enjoying his breakfast too much.
What about Steven?
Care.
Steven would be doing something, but he currently, as like stuff's going on, he starts clutching his head and kind of topples over for a second before getting back up.
Do you
Bit of a-
normally do that?
Nope.
no.
Okay.
Does anyone notice this?
I mean, Hank just
Amanda-
asked if
Amanda
this is a normal
is-
behavior. Yeah.
Amanda is looking at Steven. And if you want to roll a perception roll for folks on that
Oh, okay.
aspect, you guys can.
Sure.
I mean, what are we rolling against? Like, is anyone trying to hide any of these behaviors?
Uh,
I think we're competing with ourselves.
we might be.
Yeah.
Steven, he definitely wouldn't say anything in this circumstance.
Am I
Yeah,
within perception range?
I mean,
Of that,
of
probably
the
not.
thud?
I don't
It's like a contemplation of whether or not to say
Of
anything.
the Steven thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you are because you're in the guest area. And Steven, where are you right now?
Yes.
I was just
You're
like
in the living
eating
room,
some
right?
breakfast.
Yeah, we're all at the breakfast place.
Well,
so
I
don't
mean, I
think-
was bringing the guy in, so this happened at the exact same time.
sure.
Like he opens the door
can
and then
roll.
bam,
Why not?
Steven falls. Yeah. Good narrative.
That-
Hey!
wow. Wow, someone's been
Nice.
working on their perception.
My perception's always been high.
For those that are above a 15, which it's clear that Amanda is communicating with Steven mentally.
Excuse me?
What are you doing to Steven then? And by the way, Paul, have some breakfast.
And then Amanda's looking at what's Paul doing out here? Like she's throwing it back out like what we're a B&B now? Was that what we are? Amanda's like
He didn't try to murder us in our sleep.
I'm not the one
That's
trying to
true.
spoil him.
I did not do that.
wait, murder who in the sleep? What?
I said he didn't try to murder us in our sleep.
But he was
It-
locked in the guest room. He didn't really have an option to do that. Right?
That didn't stop Price.
I mean, I don't know if that's not like he didn't have the capability. I don't know if that like creates motive or not. But in fairness, like, is there a reason why we, you know?
Plus,
I'm letting him stretch his
Like-
legs. He's been in a cell for like 8 hours.
Build a
plus
hamster
I'm
wheel.
Pretty sure.
I thought it was a guest quarters, not a cell. I mean,
I want a
now it's
hamster
a
wheel.
cell.
Plus, I'm pretty sure to deny food is a violation of the Geneva suggestion.
Well, we're in a different dimension.
We don't
so,
know
you
if Geneva still exists in this timeline, so who
Mhm.
It's
cares?
fair. It's fair.
But that is
Let
why
alone
it's called a
conventions.
Geneva suggestion.
I know, but still. I
I'm
mean, you
just
call
saying.
them war crimes, I call them fun times. So,
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
oh wait, sorry, that's 9 coming out. Excuse me.
Nah.
D's a terrorist against hunger.
Yes, the terrorist is the one that has the most concern for our guest. What the hell's up with that?
I'm the one cooking the food.
I'm sorry.
Bizarro
terrorist?
world.
No, that was not in game. That was
Oh, okay.
totally not in game.
So,
That is
I
not
mean-
something William would have said. Also,
So how
William
does-
doesn't even realize
Well,
Paul's
William
out
doesn't
yet.
really know that.
Know that, yeah.
so how does Paul look as Dee's escorting him around the house? Is Paul he's like all happy about this, or is he all just like strung out, like are they just taking me out of the cell to shoot me kind of feeling like I'm curious how Paul's perceiving all this.
I mean,
I would have had the conversation with
I think he
him
believes you.
just to say,
Yeah.
like, you hungry? Do you want something to eat? We'll go to the kitchen.
Okay.
That's
still
code
has his-
for we're gonna take you and throw you out an airlock.
He still has his
Right.
collar on, right? Here, do you
Yeah, I know.
does.
Well, I guess that's true. He does have his collar on, but like, I don't know.
Is it like
Is Paul like, wow, that's very kind of you, or is he like,
He's very. I guess this might as well happen today. At this point.
oh
He's-
no,
He's just kind of resigned to
That's
whatever
never
is
good.
going on. Like, oh, I guess we're doing this now. Okay.
So Steven's gonna kind of jump up real fast to his feet and look at everyone real fast and say, "So it turns out we don't have as much time as I thought we did.
What?
where'd
What?
that come from?
I've got a bit more of information, and
From the dog?
Shadow?
Sort
Like,
of.
Amanda's like, no, it's from me.
Well, wait. If you had the information, why didn't you tell us?
Because it's his son.
How's
Can
Amanda,
someone stop burying the lead and give us an answer here?
how's Amanda talking to knowing about his son and stuff?
Steven
Amanda's.
just,
Go ahead.
Steven's just like, "But Matt, the main thing is my son might be dying, and if we don't move on fast, things are gonna go downhill."
I want to see how Paul's reacting to this. He'll be like, "What?"
Yeah, Paul's just like, I'm sorry. What's going on now?
William's gonna shovel down his eggs, turn and go like, when the hell did the prisoner get here? Remember, he got a
Amanda's
one on his roll.
Amanda looks to
Yesterday,
William and be like, I
you
know,
may
right?
recall.
No, the table. The table. Who let the prisoner out?
We still don't know what power he has.
My name is Paul, by the way.
Is your
Mm.
just
Hi,
accusatory
Paul.
point?
Is the collar voice activated where you can say, Alexa, blow a prisoner?
No.
Oh no!
Did
Why?
Gina
That
say? Did
Peacemaker
Gina,
It's
did
gonna be
Gina
like
say that out
Peacemaker.
loud?
Yeah, was that any
No.
Peacemaker?
Please tell me no.
Gino was
It
saying
wouldn't be
that.
voice coded to you were Amanda or 9. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, but did you say that ahead of time? No. Alexa responds to whoever says Alexa in the room.
That's true.
But we have a Yarvis, an Arvis,
We have
What am I- What?
an Arvis.
Hey, Yarvis.
and there are
No.
things called permissions.
Right, but did you set those up?
I think it's been determined we haven't-
Ava set up admin privileges.
And that excluded Gina.
Well, not like
Uh,
personally. The only people who had
Right.
admin privileges was D and Ava.
To the callers.
And the callers are remote activated still.
Okay.
We never changed those over.
Okay.
Sorry,
So-
Chris.
Oh, I like the voice activated idea though.
The
We don't need voice activated executions.
That's true.
yeah, we're
It's more fun pushing the button.
I know. It's good old fashioned way. Push a button like everybody else.
Yeah. What, are you too good for buttons?
Yeah,
Or make
these
a
kids
murder
nowadays don't even
construction.
want to press a button. That's how lazy they've gotten.
So Gina's inquiring how Amanda knows all, or how
Yeah.
what's going on with his son and
Yeah,
why
what-
he's downhill and all
Where are
that.
you getting information now?
Amanda's like, I get information periodically about a lot of different things.
And
She
how
says that
is
loud.
that?
We all know it's Mole.
It's
Mole?
Amanda's like, no, it's not Mole.
Were you playing poker with the moles last night?
No, but that would have been awesome. And Amanda would be like, yeah, they still owe me a round of poker. But Amanda's like, she sighs and she just doesn't know how to broach the topic clearly. But she's like, she sighs, puts her head in her hands, and goes, okay, I kind of can see things that haven't exactly happened yet.
You have precognition?
Time travel?
I have precognition. And I saw Luca. Is that Hank or is that Paul?
That was Hank.
So,
Okay.
is that okay? No, I'm able to mentally focus and see possibilities of the future, and I was able to see. In this case, I was able to see Luca. I know it's Luca because when I was removing the implant from Steven, I saw some of his memories and I was able to see what Luca looks like. And I just shared that image
How'd you see his image? How'd you see his memories?
because I mentally saw them. And Amanda's like, I don't have a technical answer for you on that.
So there's. Oh, so.
It's an ability of mine.
There's 2 mind readers now. Interesting. Remind me not to think any bad thoughts.
William, like she looks at William. I appreciate that, William. Like she's looking at you and
That's a
then like
pleasant
remembering
change.
9. She's remembering 9 and being like, I appreciate that.
Thing.
It's like,
Can we get back to the lead here and how Luca is supposedly about to die?
Yeah, wait. Like, do you have a timeline on that? Do you know that was?
Like, how
So-
time sensitive is this?
Is
Yeah,
that
are
Hank or Paul?
Are your
so she's
are
gonna
your
look
visions
through-
Yeah,
always
thank-
accurate?
No. So Amanda would say, my visions are not always accurate, but
So he
I
could be
saw-
perfectly fine then.
Or he could already be dead. This could have been a memory.
Wait, did you
What-
just say that out loud?
Actually, yes.
Steven just gonna look at you like, wait, what?
I mean, it's true. Sorry.
William,
I mean, that's fair.
now
You are
is
talking
not
about
the
his
time
his
for your
son, whether he's
cynicism.
already dead.
That dead
Mhm.
sun
I'm
face
not being
intensifies.
cynical. I'm not being cynical. I'm being
Just like-
realistic. We
He's
don't
like
know.
just kind of like going weak. He's like dropping to his knees, just like, Luca dead already? Just like in a panic because he's he's freaking out a bit.
Amanda
now.
be like, looking at William, be like, seriously, like,
So
what
what
are you
you're
doing
telling
here?
us is a thing may or may not happen. It may or may not have happened. So we don't know.
Okay, quick question. So
Amanda's kind of like, okay, you can believe what you want on that. I'm trying to tell you what I seen. You know, you can make your own assessment. And she would say that to D, and just kind of shrug D off at that
Is
point.
this-
Like, yes, it could have happened, or it could not have happened. She's like, all I know is we probably got a couple days before his medical condition decompensates to a point where I can't save him.
Wait,
So that's like that could be like up to
Medical
like 30
condition?
sessions from now.
Well, in fairness, that like out of character,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
completely true. That could be like 6 months from now.
Yeah,
we
we could forget about that. Yeah.
because
So an out of character question that kind of has in character implications. So this is another question about comics. Has Endgame come out in this timeline or universe, or is that like not a thing?
No, yeah. I
That's
mean, yeah, that probably
oh.
came out.
The
Because-
apocalypse happened like a few
like the
years in our
move, like the
future.
actual
Yeah,
movie?
the movies. Because Steven
Oh.
Steven just wants to kind of like at the mention of like, oh,
Yeah.
we don't know exactly how it's going. It's
they're
like
definitely
if-
into Phase 4.
Yeah. if
when
this
they're
is
like-
anything, if anything, this is a Stephen Strange timeline situation going down. Okay.
Your
do
last
not
name is
have a lot
Strange?
of opportu- This is very tight. Yeah.
I thought your last name was something else.
No,
Wait,
sorry.
you thought he had a last name?
Actually, I do have a last name actually, but it's not Strange. Well, it is Strange, but
Yeah.
it's Steven.
It's not literally strange.
It's
not
a
spelled
little.
strange.
I'm talking about
I mean-
Stephen Strange, not that I Stephen am strange, though that also applies.
Amanda sips her coffee. Like,
He's just gonna cock his head and be like, start shaking his head.
Paul's gonna say,
Mm.
I'm sorry, is this how you guys normally operate?
Amanda would be
Well,
like,
Sorry,
because,
I'm
you
panic
want to go back?
stressing.
You want to go back to your room? Paul,
I don't think
like,
we even know how we normally operate.
I talk a lot when
This is a
I'm
good day.
panicking over a potentially dead son. Okay.
Does this happen often?
G will walk
The
over
dying
to the
son part
computer.
or the panicking?
Okay,
Yes.
he'll-
question.
No.
What medical condition?
He's got a heart arrhythmia. Because the image I saw was Luca in a medical bed, and I was able to see the cardiac rhythm that's next to it on the strip, and it's unstable. If it's not treated in a while, he will die. Pediatric patients, their hearts tend to compensate very greatly, and until they don't, and they give out altogether. So the fact that he's got a rhythm on a pediatric patient of his age, we don't have long before I can correct the rhythm. Otherwise, his heart's going to give out.
Okay.
Okay, so we probably want to like do this then.
Amanda would agree with that. She's like, yeah,
Sooner
Probably.
rather than later.
So D's gonna walk over to the computer and bring up any of the audio that Shadow's caller has been recording.
About that, because like Steven remembers another thing for the mission. He mentioned something about a tunnel and a black button, and in this timeline, I think he someone else with death. So yeah, we might want to also be careful because Shadow might die soon if we're not careful and act fast.
Everyone's dying today. Okay.
Okay.
Steven just like winces at that mark and just says nothing.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. Who is Shadow?
Luca is not dead yet, Steven, and we're not gonna let that happen. Or I'm not. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Thank you.
No children shall die on my watch.
there you go.
So Shadow, who's saying what? Was that Paul?
Paul was asking who Shadow was.
Paul is like
The whole
even
new
more up.
conversation is happening, as far as you can tell.
All right, Amanda would be
Should
like,
we be
"So
having this
what's-"
conversation in front of Paul?
Well, Amanda's looking at D, going, "Well, you brought Paul here. Like we're having a conversation in our living room. You brought Paul into. It's like, what's your plan with Paul?"
I don't know. What are we gonna do with him? Can't leave
Yeah,
him
I-
here.
I mean,
I don't think he's gonna want to come with us.
Paul,
Well, I
how
mean-
good are you at fighting in hand-to-hand combat?
I mean,
Steven asks this is a genuine question. He wants all hands
Out
on
of
deck.
character, Paul is now cannon fodder.
well, I mean, I can,
He's a meat shield.
He is a meat Gundam.
I can be helpful if we're talking about stopping a kid from dying from something preventable.
So-
like, what is going on?
What do you
His
know
son's
of?
going to die unless you help us. Please.
Nashua Center has dealt with the general before, correct?
I don't know.
Oh,
That
I thought you were a clerk, and don't you guys?
in a,
Wouldn't you guys have like paperwork?
I mean, in the
He's a clerk.
courthehouse. I'm a clerk in the courthouse, unless
Oh,
it's
okay.
a clear trial.
He's a notary for crying out loud. That's kind of weird. Like, he's like, I don't know.
Like, did this general stand trial? Was I ever given those files? Like, was I personally involved
Well,
in
you
that
never
case?
You approved your
specified what kind of
fishing
clerk you
license
were,
last year.
so I didn't know if you were like an actuarial clerk.
I'm
where
I'm a court clerk.
Oh, okay.
Well, you might know people that he like potentially arrested or didn't kill.
Maybe.
I don't know.
General
Out of
what?
character,
Like, do
be
you have
like,
a
can he
name
shoot?
for this general?
No. They just call him the general.
That's priceless.
General!
Steve. Okay, so Steven's just like full on hands on deck. It's like, okay, it doesn't matter. If you can't think, you can fight. And he pulls out his shotgun and shells, and he just hands it to him.
Did you just give a prisoner a loaded shotgun?
Amanda's like, oh my god. Like,
Gina's like, Alexa, activate collar bomb.
Never doubt a panicked, stupid Steven who's trying to save his son, okay? His thought process is combat to save his son, nothing else.
Thanks.
Just gives him a nod. Okay. Smart guy. He points to D. It's like, do the science thing.
Can we just do like a portal like we did for the guy that froze us? I'm trying to blank.
Price.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
So
do you guys mind if I change into something slightly more useful? And also, would you mind telling me what would be useful?
I like the second part. And what?
Is this Paul or is that Hank?
That's Paul. Yeah.
Something that can use a shotgun.
Oh, somebody should hold a shotgun.
Or a T-Rex.
So
Okay. Okay.
we can
Is
make
there
whatever.
like, room for a T-Rex where we're going?
Can you
Wait,
turn into
T-Rex?
like? Wait, you can use shapeshift?
Well, that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Matt suggested a T-Rex, and
Oh.
so
And he
Well,
latched onto that.
Paul just asked if there's even room for a T-Rex where you guys are going.
There's gonna be enough room for a giant mass of water. That's what there's gonna be enough room for. Steven says determined as he cocks the shotgun for Paul.
I can imagine like Steven just like pumping the shotgun for him and like thrusting the shotgun in his hands and be like, here you go, buddy.
It's like a buddy cop movie.
While
Yeah,
all that's
conscripted.
happening,
conscripted.
is there any information from the audio from Shadow's caller?
A bunch of barks and growls.
You might
I'll
want to
look
hand
at-
that over to Hank or Steven.
I'll look at Steven. I'm like, do you understand any of this?
Yes. Let's see. It's it's like, man, I really wish I could understand dog.
Steven actually does understand dog.
Yeah.
So he would know that like he's listening to the tapes, which would be what we talking about, Tim? Like 12 hours worth of tapes?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, there was nighttime in there, so he was presumably sleeping during some of that.
Yeah, so there was a lot of sleeping, and then there was a lot of back and forth from several other dogs. It sounds like dogs that are on a watch right now, like they're doing like a perimeter walk, and dogs talking about, dogs on patrol. They're just kind of talking about random shit that dogs would, and they'd be like, "Wow, did you see that new fire hydrant down? Down. You found that? That's amazing, right? I mean." Yeah, everyone's going there. It's like the new club in town. Like, I'm gonna go there after shift. They're all talking about the fire hydrant, how they're gonna check that out. And then like Shadow is like, yeah, no, I like going at this fire hydrant down there. So yeah, all you can gather, it sounds like he was involved in the security patrol over the past several hours, outside of him resting and him.
Well, he sent us a message.
He did.
That was like 13 hours ago.
Right.
So did he try to make any other contact since then?
No. Because he's with his wolf pack.
Okay, and
if he's like, hey, he's not gonna talk on the comms with his wolf pack. And he said he also said he would contact us. And if you look at the room chat, he did say he would contact us next time.
Yeah.
Don't call me
But
because
we don't
I'm
have
afraid.
time.
Don't call me because I don't want to get caught.
Right.
If you want to review the room chat, that's all in there.
okay,
but knowing
so
what we know now is like from what Stevens knows, that even if he contacts us, it's going to be pretty dicey. Stevens kind of like mentions to Amanda, it's in the vision you said, what happens to Shadow if we don't. Yeah.
Amanda's like nodding and agreeing with Shadow.
So there's a button and then he dies.
Actually, it's like, yeah, he actually contacted us technically, but not in this timeline or however that works.
Amanda's like, no. He told he's going to contact you,
And then he's gonna die.
and then he's gonna die.
For
So-
Amanda agrees with that.
Okay. So with the locator chip that's in his collar,
Yes.
where is he?
Is that a roll or is that just a given at this point?
Uh,
I don't know how that would work.
It's I've been having it be rolled for.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if
Throw
you
me a roll,
if you
even though I
want
know
it to
you'll
be a
probably get it.
given- If you want it to be a given, you can roll that.
I mean, he's gonna get it with his roll anyways. I feel like it's kind of unless he crit ones it, I guess.
No, it's 23,
there
which
you go.
is a 2.
Yeah, there it is.
Well,
yeah.
You're just like, I'll just put
Yeah.
an extra pip on there just to make sure, like it doesn't. You notice that he's out in a woodsy area.
I mean, can we
You
ping
know
it
the
on the map?
you you
For a
have
narrative purpose?
for narrative purpose you have the exact location. I don't know where exactly it would be on the
Okay.
global map that we have, and I don't want to waste the next like I have not measured that out, and I would be like that'd be a while.
Okay.
But you have exact locations of it. It is actually. Let me see if I can look at the online region map.
Yeah, that's what we're on right now. Is the online region.
I'm just gonna ping the map. Do you guys see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say that, and I
Those are
might not
pretty
be
near
accurate
where you
on
guys
this.
Fought them.
No. I'm gonna say it's actually like right about here-ish.
Up by
So
the
near
scar.
the
Okay.
near the edge of that. Okay.
All right.
Hey, there's a giant dinosaur up in that area, so that might work out. I will get on the radio with Missy and what's his name? The
What was-
logistics guy.
Right.
What was his name, Tim?
Let me look.
Marshall, I think.
That sounds right.
Yes, that sounds right.
I'm going to ask them if they have any information on us, the so-called general, and if they know of any type of facility that's on the southeastern edge.
Southwestern.
Yeah, sorry, southwestern edge of the scar, and I'll send them the coordinates.
So yeah, the signal. I looked it up on my notes. I'm gonna ping the map again just so you guys can look at it. It is over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna say, yeah, we're familiar.
Do you have any intel on defenses and troop strength?
Well, I guess that is up to. I probably have to do a roll for that, and Eric would have to arbitrate that. So what am I even rolling there?
So the question, just so I can look at my notes, the question. What was the question again, Dave? Just so
I was
can-
asking if they had any like tactical information on defenses and troop strength.
Um, yeah, Tim, you can give them. I don't know what type of role to assign that type of knowledge, but I feel like if it would be a role. Then once the role happens, like that information, some information can be given on that
All right, it's probably like investigation then.
investigation. That makes sense.
Okay. That's gonna be an 18.
They are familiar with a base that's in New Boston. That was a Space Force base at one point.
Hmm.
That's been recently repurposed. The general has started moving in tactically and moving in and starting to operate in the base there.
And
They have
that's
limit.
this space? That's this location? Or-
Let me. Sorry.
Yeah, because I gave them coordinates. I don't care about New Boston. I'm sorry.
Well, this is a bunch of woods. About this over here is what they know of the base.
Right, but that's not New Boston.
It's near New Boston.
New Boston would be like.
No, that's Boston.
Oh.
Like we don't know where the.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys can keep talking. I'm trying to find some info I got here.
Mm-hmm. Can we send like a drone in to scout it out for us?
I don't have a drone.
It's a clever idea.
Can you build one? Preferably voice activated.
That explodes.
Do you think they have the ability to like see invisible people?
Probably not. I don't know.
Didn't we have those goggles that could see invisible stuff? So it's just a matter of what we want to put in there.
No, my scope can see invisible stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know about goggles.
Hank was asking basically about being a drone.
Oh, he wants to be a drone?
Well, I mean, no, he can go in and investigate.
He can go in and
If they
recon
can't
as an invisible.
He's very small and invisible, and if they don't have a way to see that, then like he can just do whatever he wants.
Yep.
If he's comfortable with that, I would say that's a very good idea.
So I'd be okay with that. I would say you probably want to wear your suit just in case you fly over that scar.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you think it's safe, or you guys have some way to kind of monitor to make sure I'm okay.
I mean, we have the
Nope, we have no way to do
no,
that. Just kidding.
So before like the whole plan goes forward and we really start to get into things, like Steven just kind of wants to like just gonna like kind of with everyone around drop to his hands and knees and just kind of like bend over and just say thank you to everyone. And he kind of like lifts his head up and he's like, I haven't known you guys for that long, but you're going out of your way to risk your lives to save my son. And I know I'm a bit of a screw up and I'm not exactly the most helpful guy around, but having you guys to save my son is I can't be more thankful. It's like kind of a bit of his more joking side kind of falling to the side, and it's like I don't have much memories of everything before. It's still all jumbled and it's more of a mess, but when I think of my son, it all kind of just comes together in a way. Whatever I have with him, it's real, and I don't want to lose that. And I couldn't be more happy to have someone to go in there and help me get back the most important thing in my life. I was thinking that for a while now. It might have been safer if he stayed there for a bit. With how crazy this world is, I wasn't sure if it was even a right idea to get him out of prison, so I was holding out on it for a bit. But now that he's a timer on him, everything's going wrong. I'm losing myself a bit, and I really need you guys more than ever. Kind of.
Ooh, that's the other thing that D can do.
Amanda would walk over and pat Steven on the and try to comfort him.
William's gonna say, "Well, if we didn't have to get this kid before, now we definitely have to, guys. Let's make this happen."
D is going to see if he can do a scan for Luca using knowing Steven's genetic profile to see if there's anything that's close to that's similar to his profile in that immediate area.
Are we gonna 23 and me him?
Yeah.
We're just like
We are,
You're totally gonna 20
because we do have a genetic sample, right? And even though it's not going to be an exact match, there's going to be the similarities.
It'd be like a 50% match, right? Like
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It will be 50% of the base
it would be
pairs,
close
right?
enough that it would be close enough that something would be able to identify this as like probable child or.
So we
Relative.
could further
Definitely
try to
close
pinpoint
relative.
his position, since now we have kind of a smaller,
baseline.
a baseline and smaller area to scan. So don't screw up. Hey!
Oh, good
Yeah.
roll.
Nice.
so the goal was that you're trying to scan for
We're trying to get a more pinpointed location of Luca
By way of using
by using the
Similarity.
doodad.
to.
Yep.
similarity. You would find someone matching about like a 40% match of Steven's DNA in the vicinity within the scar that pointed out.
Within the scar.
Yes.
Great.
What'd you get on that? You got a 34.
Yep.
You'd also notice that it's considerably under the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'll thank Missy and Marshall for their information,
Yeah.
and I'll say continue, helping out. Listen, no laughing.
No, I'm looking forward to this. Go.
Continue helping.
I'm excited.
Continue helping out the smaller settlements in the area, and we'll be in touch.
All right.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Not a
so-
terrorist.
I was gonna say, keep on terrorizing. That's what I was waiting for. Like,
All right. So
D has never
we're carrying
told
out your
them
master
to
plan,
terrorize,
so
even when
master
he was
plan.
alive.
I was waiting for like, sir, we're within 12 hours of the master plan unfolding, and be like, and out.
So yeah, Paul's gonna say, okay, so look, I will, if you guys want me to, I will help out. But I need to just ask a favor of you,
Man, it's just like, what?
which is that you don't ask me how I help out until like we're done.
D will look over at Steven.
Yeah. Steven kind of stands up, like does a double slap on his face, kind of like, okay, mission.
Yes.
Can't get too emotional. It's only gonna make things harder. Looks to us, you, Paul, and just kind of goes over, wraps his arm around him. It's like, I don't care what you do, as long as you're on our side. It's like, that's all I need.
Okay.
So you can turn into a dinosaur, correct? Kind of says that under his breath to the guy.
Oh, D will glare at him.
We are not having this conversation right now.
Okay.
Amanda, like,
Riding a dinosaur in a battle would be pretty cool.
I mean,
I pull out the thing. My son does like dinosaurs. It would be pretty cool if he saw one. You know, sick kid, dinosaur. Shakes it a bit. And he puts it away. Just saying. He steps away.
Amanda looks at the dinosaur toy and goes, "Oh boy!" Like, and then she looks over at Paul. Do you really turn into a dinosaur? Please, like, if you do, just tell us now. So it's not a shock.
I have never turned into a dinosaur.
Okay.
Yet.
Steven. She looks over. Steven, he's not a dinosaur.
Yet.
You guys are gonna make Paul turn on us. He's just gonna be like, I'm
Paul
fed up.
has every reason to turn on us from the start. At best, he's gonna have Stockholm syndrome. That's the best case scenario right now.
Best case scenario.
Okay.
I don't know.
Granted, I am the guy who shot him in the head, but he doesn't know that.
He doesn't.
He doesn't know that yet. It could have been any of us.
I can totally see the general just like pulling out some like stock footage. Or just like it's like a recording. It's like you do realize they did this to you, and it's like a phone. It's like bam, bullet through the head goes down. Like, they were able to kill.
It was all invisible. He would have just seen like. Bleh.
And then the
Which
dialogue.
he does know because he was. You guys did mention. Oh yeah, and then they shot you, and he was like, "You shot me."
You did. I do remember that last episode. That was. We were kind of awful at like, "Hey buddy, how you doing? By the way." Shot you.
But you lived.
Well, Steven's never really lied to the guy, so he's
better.
that
That's
going.
right. You were just mostly dead.
I mean, if you think about it, you didn't really need a brain anyways. You don't really have one, so.
Man,
it's not like...
that's what we should have had Five make him, was a nice mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
Oh,
Nah.
All right. I digress. So we're not going to see anything. I'll mention to Hank that like the place where Luca is under the ground.
That's good.
Okay.
So, and it's inside the scar.
There
Oh,
might be a
the
tunnel.
what?
here.
That's the what? Scar? What? I'm sorry.
D will bring up a map. See this all destroyed area?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's called the scar.
Poor William's got to be brought up to speed with everything.
And
Yeah, and Paul
there-
has no idea what you're talking about.
You don't have one in your world?
there's a giant rift that causes like weirdness in that area.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
There is a dinosaur in there, by the way.
We've got some
A
similar
dinosaur?
things.
We only saw one.
Yeah, we've got some similar things, but God, not one that big. Mother.
D needs to make another manifesto that's just called how to survive the apocalypse and what you need to know.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Apocalypse.
There we go.
There you go.
Actually, no way. I heard
Doomsday
that I heard that New Jersey turned into something like this, and people said it was an improvement.
Nice.
Actually, it would be the anarchist's guide to the apocalypse. There we go.
Yeah.
And D will just kind of like mention that. Oh, do we need to give? We'll make a hazmat suit for William and.
We got 9 suit lying around here, don't we? Amanda,
I don't know.
really.
I don't know if that's where that is, and I don't
Check
think
his
William
room.
will want to wear his suit.
Yeah.
If
Nine
we-
would have
fortified-
left the suit there. William would
Let's
say,
see his
okay,
room.
I don't have qualms about using his suit and like seeing his room. Call it weird. I don't know.
Didn't we
I mean-
fortify the van or something?
That was the Humvee.
Humvee.
Yeah, we did fortify the Humvee, which is a little bit too small for all of us now.
Right.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
we got
Paul
a bunch of people.
also cannot go underground. Yeah, Paul's like, I
Yeah.
don't think I have a suit.
D will make. you a
That's all
suit.
right.
Steven can be like, oh, I can give you mine.
D will make him a suit. He'll go into the. What else do you need for equipment? What do you want?
I love how we kidnapped this guy, and now we're like
Hey!
decking him out with gear.
He's
Yeah.
helping out.
Like, he
A
is.
shotgun,
Yeah.
some ammo.
We're
So,
giving him a
if-
job.
If there's a kid
our-
about to die, like yeah,
It's in our best interest to help him survive this.
He's got a collar. He's got a collar still, so I guess it's okay. He's
The
Suicide Squad
insurance
style.
policy.
He's
We have the
Suicide Squad.
insurance
Actually, the collar will probably need to come off before he comes with us, because
That
it's
would be.
based,
yeah,
He'd
it's a
be the
general.
it's based off of the general's technology.
Mm.
So I would not want that collar on him when we're facing the general or any of his men.
That seems
In the
wise,
short
That's
story of
just-
Paul.
That
Getting
is
middled
just
in.
being practical and prudent.
No, that makes sense. So, but okay.
So-
Amanda's just shrugging her head like, okay.
Yeah, just tell me what you need. I'll
What's your
make
inseam?
whatever equipment that you think that you need. Otherwise, we do have an armory.
yeah.
Wait, Amanda's like, wait, we have an armory?
I mean, D's bedroom is pretty much
Dee's
an
bedroom
armory
is like-
because
It's like Punisher style bedroom.
I mean, let's see. I have two
You have, like,
M4,
You have like 18
Rifles in-
shotguns, I know.
3 shotguns, a Stinger missile launcher.
He's. Oh, wait a second. Actually, let me check this.
And D will Paul will hear a click, and the collar will fall off of him.
Oh, good.
Well, there goes the insurance policy.
All right. Paul's gonna say,
Everyone
actually-
roll initiative. No, just kidding. Oh, no.
You fools!
Like,
I
He was the general all along.
no.
This is all
that'd be
elaborate.
awesome.
Yeah. no,
All the alarms go off. An army of dogs comes in again. Ah, shit! Here we go again.
Paul has his maniacal laugh. You know, that's all he needs.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
But yeah, Paul's gonna say, okay, I think I have everything that I need, just not in like this outfit.
Okay. So you
Then-
just want an outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. And then Paul is going to. You guys ever see like the anime like with the magical girl transformation?
I was just thinking magical.
Yeah.
I was
Like-
thinking magical.
Paul's entire body is gonna become like light, and
Oh,
when
it's like re-equipping.
when it reforms, he is now like a 5'5" woman in her early 20s, with a sniper rifle and a pistol on her back.
Is that his,
like-
Which,
What?
what?
is that his true form?
What?
Is that
Body
is that his true form?
I mean, you have no idea.
So you know.
So you're
not-
still a
so
clerk,
nine-
huh?
What?
So Amanda would be asked, like, so you're still a clerk, huh?
That is my day job. Yeah.
Hey, perception check. D is checking out the sniper rifle.
It's a pretty good sniper rifle.
There you go.
Want me to look up a good one? I can look up a good one.
Well, it definitely does. It definitely looks like it's been adjusted to do more damage than a normal sniper rifle. The same with the pistol, the heavy pistol on her side.
So she's got if it's got to be a deagle. It's got to be a deagle. Just
Yeah.
for the memes.
It is.
It's a
It's a
Desert
Desert Eagle. Yeah.
Okay.
Desert
I don't
wait,
know
a
what-
Desert Eagle pistol? Oh, the pistol. I thought you meant the.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Yeah,
not
I
a
don't know what the
sniper
I don't know what
rifle.
the sniper rifle is, but
M
let me
what?
see.
701.
it has
Something like that.
it does additional damage.
All right. It's gotta be. It's
So-
gotta be. It's bigger than 338. Let's see. It's gonna be bigger than 338. Let me see.
Steven does not regret the recruitment drive.
Oh, mine is a 338.
Exactly.
Steven's like, actually think maybe I should make posters if I could get. Well, like Steven, I want you to join the rescue mission for my son.
That's like the epic sob story right there. Like that
Yeah.
apparently just worked. Like, oh, all right, I'll kill for you.
All right.
Like what?
It's okay. I'll kill you.
All right. So she's gonna kind of pull out the sniper rifle and go, "Okay, we doing this?"
He
And-
will hand over some.
So Tim,
Yeah.
you know, so 9 and William have the same backstory as far as their interests go. Does this trigger anything in him?
Oh, I don't
Oh
remember.
no! Oh no!
Well, I don't remember what sort of traits you go off of, or what sort. I don't remember what sort of traits she has.
It's something I technically shouldn't know, but I saw when I was duplicating William's sheet.
What?
It's
It's a bit of honesty.
under bio and info,
let me look.
triggers.
Let me look.
Magical girls? Good.
Not
Hold on.
explicitly.
Hold on.
Oh,
He
God.
likes waifus?
Where
I was gonna
the
say
heck is your sheet? There it
his
is.
preferences.
Girls
Well, I have
taller than
stuff
him?
stored, information stored all over the stuff place.
Is 9 a weeb?
Yeah. I think that
He
transformation
is.
will. I think that transformation would count as a trigger.
So what's that do?
What that does is it makes me do this,
It makes oh no.
Oh no!
and it does nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, a 1. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Dee will hand Paulette, Paula. We'll call her
Paula.
Paula for now.
Paula.
Amanda be like, so is there
Some
any...
glowing
It-
red and blue bullets. Sniper
But if
rounds.
it's the same it's not a 338 though. It's not gonna work. Let's see. Oh,
Okay,
300 Norma Magnum. It's 300 Norma Magnum.
So-
That's a hell of a round.
He will. Well, he has to make the anti the hazmat suit for.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Then
why.
anyway.
That's why he changed form now, was that you could make a hazmat suit that actually fits.
Yeah.
Karen.
So
actually fits this
Dee will
form.
do that and make some cryo and phosphorus rounds
Okay.
for.
Amanda would ask, is your name still Paul?
No, it's Karen.
Uh
How
oh.
many
Like-
names?
Oh
Amanda's like-
no. So
Amanda's
that's
like-
who this is.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So
I
Dee
figured
will
it out.
do that. He'll go into the time dilation, take 20, and basically create the hazmat suit that
Okay.
in Karen's size, as well as cryo and incendiary rounds.
What's the descriptor for these hazmat suits? I don't think we actually like. Do they look like Breaking Bad? Those yellow suits you kind of just like suit up on, or like?
We
how's
never
that all-
described them.
We didn't. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
no, we
kind of
didn't.
like. It's probably relevant now. Are we walking in with? Are we looking like Breaking Bad? Kind of like we're gonna make some meth.
Yeah, these big old
Yeah,
Or-
Dee would have.
clunky
Dee
hazmat
would've
suits
made
are
'em-
these very sci-fi, like, oh, it just form fits, like what?
Yeah, Dee would have made them like form fitting. It
It's
would
a comic
almost
book
be-
style, so of course it's gonna be form fitting. I mean,
Yes,
we gotta
it's-
see
it's
every
basically-
bulge.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
every
it's
look-
gonna have heels. Yeah.
It's gonna look like whatever you want it to look like with a
Okay.
helmet, basically.
Okay.
So Dee's is still gonna look like a trench coat, basically, but it's gonna be like white with like black stripes or whatever, black trim or whatever you want.
Steven's
Okay.
thinking about how his suit's gonna hold up to transformations.
The
Well,
s-
it is comic book style, so
it's
it
comic
should-
book style, so it transforms with you.
Ah.
It's like Hulk's pants. Like Hulk's pants will be
Yeah.
ripped maybe, but it'll still be like he's still covering all the bits.
Yeah, depending on how you transform, it usually just like because when Hank transformed into a cat, it just kind of his hazmat suit just kind of became part of his fur.
Just becomes liquid.
Yeah. basically.
Well, yeah.
I wonder how.
I don't know how that all works.
Yeah. It's like,
It's assumed
I mean,
that it's assumed that things that you are wearing change with you.
right.
a liquid hazmat suit that still keeps out things while absorbing things.
It's like
Interesting.
it's like you like a film bubble around you when you're in water form. You know,
Okay.
that'll work.
All right, so
Comics.
how are we doing this? Were we gonna portal in? Where we?
Is
All right,
Hank,
so
is,
I think.
is
Okay,
Hank
so
gonna do
let's-
his recon?
Yeah, we're gonna have Hank do recon, or are we
Yeah,
just
let's
gonna
Can
do
we
that
send in
first.
Hank? Oh, poor Hank.
So let's establish.
Have you do recon.
Let's establish the rules of engagement here, because when we last left this off, like 12 hours ago, we set a ceasefire with these people. So
Well, no, technically, we never said we wouldn't go to them. We just had got them to agree that they wouldn't come to us.
That is true.
I'm sure they'll love that. Okay.
I'm sure they'll
That-
really honor every agreement we did if we start showing
So-
up on their property.
Yeah.
I think. So are we even gonna
Yeah, we
try
need to take
diplomacy
them.
here?
Yeah.
Are we
It
even
was
gonna
like a
try diplomacy? Because I feel like they're gonna see us and we're gonna. Well, y'all are gonna get bullet holes in you. Luckily, I won't. Thank you, ability to turn the light. But so like, we don't just show up and expect everything to be peachy. But I guess let's wait until the recon comes back and then make a game plan, because we absolutely need to plan this out. We are not just popping in there and dying horribly.
Amanda would agree and be like, yeah, I don't know if talking our way out of a second episode. I know Hank was pretty good talker back there, but like I don't know.
Much to
the
everyone's surprise.
Mm.
Yeah.
Also
Mhm.
Hanks.
But Amanda's like, I don't know if talking after we just barely talked our way out of the first one, talking out of the second one might be chancy.
Yeah, we at least
We're
had,
just
we
gonna
at least
wing
had advantage last time.
We have leverage last time. This
Yeah.
time we might not have as much leverage. You're right, Hank.
I don't think we would have any.
No. In fact, I think he's got the leverage this time. He's got Luca.
Yeah.
SEAL Team 6, snatch and grab.
Well, we were able to pull that off on Nashua Center, but
Invisible style.
invisible style.
Hey, can you Karen's gonna say, hey, so you saw what Luca looks like in his memories, right?
Amanda would be like, yes.
Is there any way you can make us know what Luca looks like?
Amanda would be like, yeah.
Can't
I think I can do that.
Gina, or at very least Gina, take that memory and then give it to all of us?
Yeah, but Paul
Mhm.
doesn't know that.
Yeah. Amanda would like it's like a Teams meeting. She throws up like a still image of Luca in a clearly a hospital bed.
Well, damn, she's a projector now.
I guess. I mean, she's just well, you're all mentally seeing it, not like on the wall.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
okay.
it's all like
You said throw up. I
Yeah,
thought you were
no,
talking. You literally.
well,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
Wow.
that would be pretty sweet, but no, that's not kind of.
You gotta
Hank-
ask if we can
Hank
see your
knows that.
screen first.
Oh yeah.
And,
So there's
screen
a. Do
share.
you accept yes or no in your mind right now?
And how old does Luca look?
All right. So let me describe what you see. You guys see, you see Luca. He looks like a young school age kid. You see, he's a boy. Olive skin. Looks very dirty. He's got black hair. He's got a lot of lines, IV lines connected to him. One IV line's white. Another one is clear. He's got a tube going into his mouth. Next to the hospital bed machine, there is a machine that's displaying a cardiac rhythm, and his eyes look sunken. He looks emaciated. He looks dirty.
So,
This is recent.
Well, this is the future, right?
This is the Amanda would be like, this is This is the future.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be the near future because they said that he didn't have much time. I'm like, is it going to be safe for us to disconnect him?
Steven's hands kind of shake slightly, and then he's like tightens them into fists.
Amanda says that like the tube is doing the breathing for him. He's on a ventilator. If I disconnect it, I can manually ventilate him, or anyone can manually ventilate him. It's not that overly complicated.
Should
for
we
a
pack
period
a
of time.
ventilator for him?
Can
we make a portable ventilator?
Out of character, I would say a med bag for would have what's called an ambu bag, which is it's the manual thing that I would put over a person's mouth to help them breathe.
Oh, the bag
The
thing.
breather thing.
Yeah,
but
the little bag
like,
thing you see in all the ER movies that they're squeezing to.
Could
like,
we make a portable version of that?
That is a portable version.
Yeah, that is the portable honestly, it takes it could fit in a fanny pack if you fold it all up.
Right, but if we're fighting, if we
Like
get
an
into a
automatic
fight,
one.
So
someone's
have an automated one. I
that.
mean,
I could make a physical version out of shadows.
Okay, but someone would still have
for the win.
The same way.
So, could you make a portable ventilator machine? I mean, it's comic books. You can make portable. I would say yes.
It's a
That's a Tim question.
role. Like, do we need to have something to stabilize him?
I mean, how would you make a automated medical stabilizing thing in this game system, Tim? I mean, I feel like that's like life support equipment. And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, the easiest way to do it would be to just create a device that either has ranks in treatment or has the healing power.
Or has a rank in life support, right?
Life support isn't.
Oh, it's
it's a power. It's a power.
Yeah, there's immunity or whatever. Like there's the immunity one.
Yeah, you could create immunity to like breathing, like air, like, right?
Yeah, you could do that.
Immunity
where it's as long as you have
breathing
the thing
doesn't
on,
matter.
You don't need to have access to outside air. And we could story-wise say that's because it's providing air. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are all three.
I mean, does he have to have anything else like IVs or anything like that?
Amanda would say he has IVs. Can we transport him? Like, can he go like a couple hours off the IVs? Yes, but
no, like
he needs to get. We need to get him to a higher level of care. Like maybe within an hour or two.
As far as the rules are concerned, it doesn't really matter whether that stuff is delivered by way of IV or not. Like that's all story.
Right. Okay.
The actual method of delivery is story, like what it looks like, how it attaches to the person, how it provides the things the person needs. All of that is story. Rules-wise, it's just what is it doing, and if you make it like it grants immunity, life support, because it's providing all the things that you need. Then rules-wise, that's it. That's all it has to be in place. If you decide to have it be IVs or oral or whatever, that's entirely story. As far as
I guess D will try to make one of those.
So you're gonna make something that's like life support, or you're gonna make like.
It would just be like a device that provides
I'm gonna run
immunity,
something
life
upstairs
support.
to Carol real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, so a 24.
Which is a terrible roll.
I know.
But I feel
it was
like
a 3.
I mean, that's kind of a Tim question, but I feel like that's low. Like, you're not creating something.
Fairly.
Yeah, you're not creating something super powered comic book style. You're creating something that like it already exists in the world. I mean, outside the IV stuff, but like when you transport someone. I mean, yeah, like the stuff he's getting in the IV tubes is stuff you can go an hour or so without it. Like, can you go a day? No. The breathing part's the big.
Can you go a day without breathing? Yeah, once.
No, well, right, fair. one day without breathing.
But correct me if I'm wrong. But Luca is well under 200 pounds, right?
Oh yeah, he's 5. 200-pound 5-year-old. Well, he's
gosh.
5+.
No.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
That's a big old chunker. Oh.
But then again, it's mutant world, so you could be like the blob, the X-Men blob guy, this kind of 5 years
And
old.
like, how big is this machine gonna be?
It's gonna be portable. It's gonna be
yeah.
like you clip it to his belt size.
Yeah, that will probably be more comic booky of
Right.
this device,
Yeah.
this little
Or it'll just like
handheld
go.
device.
It'll be like a cuff around his arm or something like that.
Well,
Because-
actually, you get to determine how that goes. since
I
you're
would
making
say
it.
it just basically clips to his belt or to his shirt or whatever.
Okay, it's a
The
clip-on.
reason I ask is because I can take up to 200 pounds when I teleport.
Oh, there you go. That is a good ask. So
But
you're
how
gonna
far
be the
can
guy
you
carrying
teleport
the.
now?
I can teleport up to a mile.
Okay.
Wow.
It's
But
not
it
a
has to be
mile
in the
below
shadow,
ground.
or no?
What was that?
Does it have to be in the shadows, or is that
It would be through shadows,
okay?
but I can also know where shadows will be because I can
Interesting.
detect shadows.
Then they just have
So I
a
would
bunch
know
of
where I'm
dentist
going.
lights all around the base.
if we
It's the
shut
most
off the
illuminated
power-
base ever.
It's a
If
rave.
No shadows. Ha
If you shut off the power, then everything is a shadow.
That's true.
Hmm.
So darkness is just like your happy place.
Oh
You
yes.
just move around.
It's all underground, so if we just like blow the generator, then like
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
If we
that's
blow
a
the
legit plan.
generator,
That's a legit
boom.
plan. You can blow the generator and then teleport in.
question is
So-
how
We
many
know where a
generators
generator is.
No,
But-
we don't.
The two
But
main things.
if
with
power
that-
goes into there somewhere, right?
the two main things. One, where is this generator? And two, where specifically is Luca among this base?
Well, we
Because
have a-
if we can have
so
if we're
Project
precise
Scorched
with it-
Earth is a go.
We
So I
know
would
where
say that
Luca is
we
because
know where
we
Luca
pinpointed
is.
him.
We just don't know where anything around Luca is.
We
because
don't
use
know
DNA
how to get to him. That's the problem. Tim, was that 24 high enough?
to make a port.
Yeah, to build a little life support thing. So it's just going to be a little clip on the belt thing, and it just creates a kind of like a life support field, like very comic bookish. I will hand that to.
Sounds like 5 is gonna get it.
Well, it can be to any of us. I mean,
Well, 5's coming up with that strategy of how to like.
Yeah.
okay, so one,
I
two,
mean,
three.
you can use. Well,
I made
whoever.
one for each of us to have. So
Oh, really?
if all of us get, it depends on who gets to them first. How about that?
Yeah,
For-
that makes
for
sense.
narrative.
Each of us has one.
Yes. Correct.
Oh, okay. Narratively,
I'm only buying one.
Right.
And I don't know how much that will cost, but I will foot the bill for that, whatever it costs.
can't cost too much, I would think, right? There you
10
go.
EP. Okay.
10 EP. Yeah. No, you're right. A life support is 10. So
Yeah, that's fine. Let me hold on. Just make sure I have enough EP. I have 60, so let me. Oh, I do not have 147.
Amanda can foot the bill for 10 EP because it's only using 10 for whoever uses it. So I can foot.
No,
10.
I just added 10 EP to my
Oh, okay. I mean,
to my pool.
I don't mind.
I have 70 EP now. I need to be able to pay for my rocket launcher just in case a freaking helicopter shows up.
That's true.
Stinger missile.
Right.
I do have Stinger missiles. Speaking of which, Eric,
Yes.
is the missile launcher single fire, or is it?
It is single fire.
Okay.
The Stinger missile, like you have to it's kind of like think of a mortar. You have to
Yeah.
load one in, pop
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then
I
load it
figured
again.
it was that, but I thought I'd ask because the comic book for rocket launchers, they say it's either 1 or 2. So
Yeah, no, it's I would imagine. Well, I guess that's just narrative but you can only shoot one.
well, no, it does matter though. That's why I'm asking
Yeah.
now because it takes a round to reload.
Right.
So that's why I want to make sure that it's 1, so that if that does happen, I'm playing
Right.
the
right.
combat correctly.
So what is the plan?
We
Rescue
have
my son.
12 minutes, so we can
That's the
probably
goal.
Well,
We
you
can-
guys can come up with the plan.
Yeah, we can probably scout and see if we can find an entrance to the underground base. I'm guessing that the dogs are going to be semi in the area that we need to go to around to find the entrance. We know that there was some kind of cabin from the description from the interrogation of the soldier or of Jerry, actually, right? It was Jerry.
It was Jerry you interrogated.
So-
Well, you interrogated both of them, so
Yeah, but Jerry said that there was some cabin.
yes, he did.
So I would say that's what we should probably be looking for.
Well,
Would
that's
you-
assuming the cabin is in the same location.
I mean, I think that would be a good place to start looking.
So you're looking for okay. So you're trying to find a cabin at that location, or trying to find a cabin in general?
I'm trying to find a cabin in general around that area
Okay.
where the right where the dogs are, because I'm assuming that's the entrance to the underground.
It could be. Or it could just be like a secondary location they have. I don't know. It could be either.
I mean, I'm just spitballing this stuff
Are we
out.
able to detonate dog collars or no?
Wait,
Whoa,
what?
that's from left field.
Well, I just thought if like all the dogs have collars and we have like semi control over them.
It would be a technology roll because I'd have to scan for all of the the frequencies for the collars.
Because we know shadows, so he's safe.
Yeah,
Amanda
it's-
looks concerned about the line of questioning.
Yeah. We'll open the portal.
Where are we trying to open the portal?
Above where the dogs have been patrolling.
Oh, above where the dog's been patrolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Wow. She's very insightful. Essentially, she sees all.
Byakugan.
Well, okay, that makes sense for the sniper rifle.
She's like a better version of D.
Oof.
Ouch.
What? That's not a good one. Oh, okay. I guess
Oof.
that's a better one. No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially a cabin. She does see a cabin in the woods. She also sees wait, give me all the qualifiers she's got on there just so I can do this right, Tim. She said what, in dark vision, what else was good? Oh, infravision.
Counters concealment.
Okay.
It is
So
new.
she sees a cabin. Does see a cabin in a woods. She sees I'm like 2 infrared bodies inside that cabin. Uh, she sees a pack of wolves. She also sees uh, a couple bodies or a couple humanoid figures in the woods, not necessarily by the shed or the cabin, um, but not near the wolves either.
Are the people like in uniforms? In the ones that she can see outside? Oh yeah, she can see inside. That's right. So yeah.
Um, within So okay, so the people that look humanoid do not appear to be wearing uniforms. Since she can penetrate deep into the ground, she notices a tunnel,
Okay.
subterranean, that comes from the shed and goes in a certain direction, and it seems to go on for a long time.
Straight down or in a different direction?
Downward, but also in one direction outward. So it's like a
Which-
So a slope.
gradual. It's a
Sloping.
sloping into the earth
Which
but also
direction?
in a north by northwest direction.
Ah, damn it. That puts it in the scar.
Cary Grant's in this? Sorry. North by northwest.
What else? What else you got? So you relayed that all to the group, huh?
So it extends farther than you can see. Okay.
I gotta do math now.
Yes.
I gotta do conversion math. I know. Let me hold on. Wait, how many feet? How many thousands of feet?
10,000 feet.
She can see that the tunnel goes on for over a mile in a downward sloping fashion.
So 10,000 feet is 1.9 miles.
You would notice that just at the edge of your periphery, you notice that the tunnel empties into something larger.
Well, she can still see beyond 10,000, but it's at a -8, so she can see the entire depth of the thing probably, unless it's like 100 miles down.
It's not. You can see that there's an underground network after it pans into that. You would.
Oh.
Remember that she had eidetic memory. Perfect. That was perfect. Oh yeah, I do have that.
Stand back. Actually, no. Get Gina to read her mind and pass it on to all of us.
I'm imagining something like Star Wars, like you see the Death Star, like the little plans of the little tunnel going in.
Yep.
So D will like throw up the map of that area, and he'll have the location of Luca where his scan found it. It's like I'll be like, can you see how to get to where he is?
I'll ask for another perception roll.
Even better.
Well, there you have it. So you notice that you're cross-referencing between the ping of where Luca is in reference to this map that we're kind of, I guess, this is a mental map. Is this what we're working with here? Like a mental?
She has a mental map, but we have the map up.
Oh, you have the
on the computer screen. Yeah, into a floor plan, basically.
So you're making a floor plan. You're sketching out a floor plan.
We're
Essentially,
plotting things out. Yes, so that we have an approximate area of like the rooms of where Luca is and how to kind of plot a path to get there.
So you see rooms and then hallways and rooms, and then it looks like a shaft of some sort that goes down, and then you see it also empties into a very large. It's a very large room, and Luca seems to be at the bottom of that room.
Okay, and are there many heat signatures in that room?
In that one enormous room, there is 3 heat signatures. One overlays exactly where Luca is on the map. There's another one that is of humanoid size, and then there is one that takes up most of the room and is of a blinding light. Very hot heat signature. It is extremely large.
Is this going to be like Steven's polar opposite? Like flaming cat
Flaming cat.
versus wet dog? Who wins?
Place your bets. Place your bets.
I mean, in the corridors, like the downward slope area, are there like heat signatures in there, or?
Yes, you see in that 2-mile long tunnel, you see 2 heat signatures.
So William's gonna go. Okay. So looking at this, is it a better option to try to go in from the front and try to push our way through? God only knows how many of these guys, or risk breaking in right where the target is, snatching him, and getting out? I feel like the latter might be the better option. But then again, we don't know what the hell this giant blob thing is. But I think either way, we're going to have to deal with the blob getting to Luca. But in the latter option, if we can just portal in, we also don't have to deal with literally everything else.
Right. Are Are there any empty rooms that are close to the room with Luca?
No.
How small of a portal can we open up?
That's a good question. We've never tested that one.
Like I'm
I mean-
thinking like peephole size.
You could
we
make
can
it as
Send in the
probably
Hank.
bigger as
Well,
small.
actually, like Steven could fit through like anything that like is least like a hole.
But the problem is even regardless
Liquid
of the
form.
size of the portal, anybody in that room is going to roll a perception check.
But Steven could go giant dog form and slip through a hole. So if you
Giant
needed,
dog
if you
form? Or
Yeah, 'cause
like
he's liquid.
tiny dog form?
no, because he's liquid, so he can just like through any hole. So yeah,
So you could
if you need giant dog randomly
you
placed
could
in
just
room,
you could suffocate everybody in that room as you slip on the life support thing onto Luca.
like,
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of moves. That's a lot
That's a
of
lot of
moves.
rolls. That's a lot of rolls.
That's threading a needle there.
But I definitely
No,
think
because it
Steven
would-
would get the title of world's greatest dad after
Because
that one.
the
He
movement,
gets the mug.
movement as his water form is just his movement, then he would have a standard action. The fact of him being in the room is not him actually doing a combat roll. It's the fact it would be an environmental roll because they're all underwater.
They'd be doing saves, I think.
They'd be doing saves. So he
So-
could do.
So your
He would still
proposal
have
is
his,
that he is essentially flooding the room with himself.
yes, and then his standard action would be to
But
hook on the.
how much water can you be, Steven?
Like
I feel like he's at
it's the
puddle
equivalent of
size.
well, it's the equivalent of my actual height. So like the 60 feet, and then like the if I was my original weight of like a couple thousand tons, I'm pretty sure I would have crushed them under the ocean pressure. That would have been cool. Because I know my ton. I have it on my list. I can just pull
That's
that
not
up.
how water works, but okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know if. Well, I mean, my mass is. I don't know if that.
It would be
shifts.
this. The weight of the ocean is like the thousands of feet of water above you. That's not going to happen in a room.
Well, I'm just saying if like you had like 100 tons of water crushing down on you.
That's still not how that works.
Fair enough.
That would be if the water was
It's
really
comic
dense.
world.
It would
We
be
have
if
a
water
giant
was
water
really
dog.
dense.
Why can't
Yes.
everything makes giant water dog fitting through a coin-sized portal hole all makes sense to save his dying son with a magic respirator. But the weight, nah.
Nah.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I mean you run those
um,
roadblocks. Yep, that's how this works.
Because it originally said 800 tons, but I just want to double check on that. Yeah, no. Oh wait, 5.7 tons. That's my weight, and the 3 to 4 stories tall. So, I guess if you calculate the average width of a human by, height, 3 to 4 stories, 60 feet, and then redistribute that mass.
No, but we're doing volume measurements now.
Jesus Christ! I didn't realize this was gonna be a math episode. Like feet per miles, cubic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
I don't know if I can necessarily stretch out my body to either. Like, I mean, I can
No,
like,
well,
I can force it
elongation
through.
is-
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
well,
force it
that's
through a
separate matter.
small hole, but like it comes out Stevens shaped.
Actually-
One-
Does he need elongation to do that?
It's weird,
Because he can be water, and yeah, I know, like water, like,
and I have the properties of it.
so
but
how,
How much for elongation?
it's in the book.
Got 14. Okay.
How much do you weigh?
5.7 tons in giant form. I don't know if water. Okay. I can get 14 ranks if necessary, but it gets reduced. Or I don't have the book right in front of me, but like, do we know how big the room is?
We
You
Oh, yeah, there you go.
you would be 1,500 gallons of water.
15.
That's a lot of ass water.
So if I got like
You're an ocean.
So like, could I like reasonably afford like 6 ranks just so I can tsunami mode? Okay. Yep. Okay, so if I wanted to do 6 ranks, which cost how much? Okay, it's the same. Sometimes I do multiple. Half a mile. Giant form. I guess I'll do that. Because now I can just I could probably fill the entire room and become a tsunami.
Wow.
How big is this room again?
No one's asked that question yet, so that's a great question.
Yeah, I thought, how big is the room? Because I can just pump more ranks into it.
That's metagaming.
I kinda like. I don't know
Is
what's the.
I just was kind of curious because I remember I can put more ranks in, but I'll just stick with 6. Half mile
So-
giant form, and then
231 cubic inches per gallon of water.
The room is about just shy of 1,000 feet in diameter.
put that in wrong. There we go.
So that's
And it's about 700 feet high.
so that's 347,000, almost 348,000 cubic inches.
So could rank 6 Steven fill whole room?
I don't think so. If it's 1,000 square, if it's 1,000 feet in diameter, that's 12,000 inches in diameter, and then you have to take the room height, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds right. I've never had to fill a vessel that big, so like I feel like the numbers are just killing me. Like,
How many points?
this is more than Mr. Gonzalez's math class ever covered there, buddy.
Notepad. Hold on.
I like the idea of Steven just slowly turning into a kaiju
So
natural
how
disaster.
how high are the ceilings?
We mean from floor to ceiling. Is that what was the question essentially?
Yeah.
Yep.
I said 700 feet.
700 feet high.
Yes. Yes.
So it's
How big is this
700
room?
700 feet by 1,000 feet.
Mm-hmm. Comic book. It is an enormous
Yes.
room.
It's a hangar.
So if we're doing it that way, it is the volume of a cylinder.
So literally, what we can do if it's that big, make your peephole 1,000 feet in the air and look down to see what's in the room. They're not going to see that.
So I have to do math.
Are you sure on that one?
Volume.
I mean, it's very unlikely.
Yeah, seriously.
Meanwhile, DC
Okay,
says,
so
I'm sorry.
volume is pi times radius squared times height.
Oh God, I hate these words. Stop.
So-
I'm going back to math class. I hated math.
I
How
know.
much
Ugh.
Steven
love
does it
math.
take to fill a giant room?
I love
People get
math,
college credit
so-
for
Tune
watching
in.
our stream. I mean, that's
the
the
radius-
real thing. Like,
Okay, so the radius is
ethics, math. This week's math credit. Just turn in your
700
evaluations.
times- no, wait, 500 times 12. 500 times 12 equals 6,000.
Never imagined this turning out this way. Like I never thought you guys would be like, I'm gonna
And
try
then
to
I have
fill
to
it with water. Like,
Where
okay,
that?
dog water. We're gonna try to fill it up with dog water.
Yeah, you're like just to like be to cover the floor. You need to have 36 million cubic inches just to cover the floor.
So 14 ranks is what I'm hearing.
So I haven't even covered the
Okay.
height yet. I haven't even covered the height yet.
If I can't drown the world, then what am I drowning for?
I could see the plate. Imagine the room clogging like a drain, like your bathtub slowly filling up.
I'm going full Sandman right now.
Right, like you need to have a higher mass.
Here's another question: how quickly would that fill up? Because it takes a while to fill a bathtub.
It would take
like,
a while.
It
Well,
would take a
originally,
while. Like,
I was
would
supposed
they be like,
to be like 800
month-
tons.
I mean, a month later, is that thing gonna fill up? Like, I
Think.
mean,
They'll be like,
they're just
What-
slosh
what?
around in
the
you.
ceiling's
for-
dripping and it smells like wet dog.
Well, at that point, would it just be like my sweat because it didn't get pulled back in?
It'd be like, yeah, but they're gonna get like the HVAC people out and be like, we have a leak as you're filling it up. So just their village pump you out.
Like if that room is like 700 feet high, we can just like seriously teleport to the top of the roof.
But could I stretch like if does stretching like let you stretch out like multiple directions? Okay. So, okay.
Nope, Chris is falling asleep.
Whoops, sorry.
He's snuggling with his baby.
I mean, we are talking about math for the past 20 minutes. I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of feel for him a little. It's like,
So my question is, if I put 14 ranks into elongation, would I be able to fill the room?
No,
No, really?
because you're limited by your mass.
Really?
Your volume is limited by your mass, and your mass is 5.7 tons.
there's more one ways to
So,
tackle this. and
because your
maybe
mass- 'cause
filling
you know-
filling up the room might not be the plan.
Right, because
Yeah.
you know that water has a certain volume per mass, and that's how I did those calculations.
Could it be like comic book water?
Comic one.
Comic book water. It is.
There, I
Define
guess
Probably
define big
retracting
scary things.
elongation
What
mode. Yes.
Amanda's like, to tell. Like, what other things do we know about you, Paul?
If that even is your real name.
Karen, Paul,
wouldn't it-
big scary form.
Wouldn't it be even better if this big scary thing is something we didn't have to get back out? Like a dinosaur from out in the scar, you called it? In all the chaos, we get the kid out.
Well,
Operation
I-
Scorched Earth.
Scorched Earth / dinosaur.
I do need to call it. I need to hit the sack.
I think that's fair.
I think we have a fairly
I think we have, like, a
decent idea of a plan for next time.
The plan that came up with the plan that took me 5 seconds to come up with after 30 minutes of
Math.
absolutely nothing.
Well, we checked out the math, and the math didn't check out. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it boiled down to.
So the lesson, ladies and gentlemen, and kids, boys and girls, is never do math. It gets you nowhere.
Yeah, that's right. Math is a dead
No,
end.
math is
Just-
for people.
Just pull random nonsense out of nowhere, and it'll work 10 times better, and it'll be 20 times more fun.
I feel like this is how comic books are made. Of like, the actual physics won't work. Well, we'll just
Let's-
throw comic book logic at it, and boom,
we could
it
do
works.
boring math or dinosaur.
Well, I mean, it probably would have worked if we had if Coinless were like that 60 tons that he was originally
Yeah.
supposed to be. That didn't seem to work out correctly, so Tim mathed it. So.
Who knew it was gonna come back
Math, yeah.
around?
I say we just, open up a portal in the ocean and then just open up the other end. In
That's
that
a good
room and just let
question.
them all-
What if
And we
Steven
drowned the kid.
Oh,
what if Steven
Coinless
drank a
could be
bunch
in
of
with
water?
that water, and he could.
Yeah, like what Steven can stretch. So if he
Okay.
stretches and then he drinks water while stretching, would he just balloon up? And could he just engorge himself like on more water?
I what?
Is he
Like,
like?
he can-
Is he becoming more
What?
water? Is that it? Like,
What?
Can water drink water though?
If you drop Steven in the ocean, does he become the ocean?
Oh, shit.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Where does the ocean stop and
Start-
Steven start? Who knows?
You took the exact words out of my mouth. I was like, yeah. When does it start and stop?
I just realized that I never unmuted myself in the stream after I got back from.
Oh.
Oh, no!
Oh,
So none of this is on the
no.
stream.
No. Everything that you guys said is on stream.
But
Wait,
you,
we're-
Nothing that
My
Tim did.
my microphone.
oh.
Oh no!
My
Oh,
audio
okay.
goes in separately. It doesn't come in from the call because if it goes in from the call, I have to hear me in my headset, and it's confusing.
yes.
But it's I haven't actually said
Well,
that much,
it's-
so it doesn't much matter. But it's just
Well, that's not true. You're the second half. You're giving out a lot of stats. You're asking a lot of questions and a lot of theories.
oh, that's true. Oh well. Anyway,
Like, well, it's
Oh, well.
it can't,
All
it's
of
spilled
our
milk. You
listeners-
we're
can't do
not
anything about it.
we're not gonna recap all of it now.
Oh God, no.
I think they get the gist from the conversations that came about from it.
That's true.
No water.
We'll do a quick recap when next session, and
Yeah.
they'll be up
We
to
did
speed.
math.
Math occurred.
There was quite a lot of math,
Math.
and
Matt
they
said
heard
that
all
it's not
basically all
possible.
of the math
Oh,
That's right.
because it was you guys saying it, not me.
And if there are any mathematicians out there, you are more than welcome to correct me, because I am not perfect at math. Although I do like math.
Yes, if there's anyone out there who's a specialist in dog water volume,
that's right. If anyone's filled up a very large room full of water, that'd be great.
I feel like the
Well,
real
like,
question
Tips?
is.
Can you give us some tips on how you do that?
I feel like the real question is how hard is it to get the smell of wet dog out of clothing?
Oh man.
Very hard.
My sister-in-law is a high school math teacher.
She can have her kid throw
I
this
could
question
ask
to her
her.
kids and be like, "So kids, I'm trying to fill up a room."
If you had a wet dog with 60
If you had a
feet
mutant
tall-
wet dog,
Yeah.
that could become
oh my
what?
God.
Get a comic book.
All right. Well,
All right,
so
so-
he said he needs to go, and it is past time for us normally.
I'm gonna give
hero
Karen
point.
a hero. Hero point.
Sweet.
My question is going to be: is Karen or is it Hank the new #1 character for Tim?
That's gonna depend on you guys, really.
I think he's going to need more slashes next to his name. Tim/Karen/Hank/
He already has
Dr.
Karen next to
Price
his
slash-
name.
True, yeah.
Slash-
This is what he's doing in the other campaign. He's already Karen. That's why
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
Karen is
that's
his
who
pro-
this is.
Karen is that's his Hank in their world, right? Like, or
Yeah,
that's
the
his
character that
primary
they just
is his primary
recruited.
PC.
Slash
do they
the
know that
online group
Paul?
needs to stop adopting character NPCs.
We're very gregarious. We bring people along.
We're very
least-
welcoming.
We
At
we
least
literally
I
kidnap
had-
people to draft them into our group.
Welcome to the
We literally-
crew.
We're not even asking people anymore. We're just like bats.
We kidnap them and indoctrinate them.
I don't
We're the
know that I don't know that Karen/Paul/whatever is going to stick around with you guys, but like you suddenly were talking about a kid dying without help, and
Yeah.
If you don't join us, another kid will die.
it's not like,
Wow.
it's not like
Wow,
Paul
that's
had anything
dark.
better to do in that moment.
Just the perpetual dying kid scenario. That's how you hook them.
I know that's. So you got Steven Staub's story, and then you like everyone just recruits.
Just start like playing one of those commercials for like starving kids.
Oh no, just it's just like a picture of Steven, but it's like in the arms.
mean. That's mean.
It's just how you do the recruitment drive.
It is.
Do you want to be responsible with saving a dog man's child? Join now.
This is turning into an episode of South Park with Al Gore.
It's Man Bear Pig.
Junior. We gotta go with
Junior.
Big Junior.
All right. How many PowerPoints do we get tonight?
And I have. Some of us haven't given out our hero points yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
give
gonna
out hero points to. I'm gonna give mine to Steven for the epic performance that recruited someone else in our team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Same.
So I guess this would be a question for Eric then. How many PowerPoints we get? Because this is all your stuff.
PowerPoints.
Yeah, this
Oh,
basically an Eric session.
I'm gonna give.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna give mine to Amanda, my hero point, just because they helped Steven find mine stuff,
Thank you. Thank you.
save his son.
I'm gonna go with 2 hero points or
Two
PowerPoints today.
PowerPoints.
2 PowerPoints today.
Okay.
Chris and Matt, you bums, give out your hero points.
Well, I haven't
Yeah,
either.
I'll give
I
mine to
said-
D to try to butter him up for the voice-activated collars.
Oh, nice.
That's not how that works.
I accept bribery.
Oh dear, that's
You can be
terrifying
bot.
for
You can bot.
terrifying for a cult leader.
Surprising, maybe not.
Let's see.
I'm ahead on that.
Matt, have you given away your hero
He
point
gave
yet?
his to me, I think.
Steven,
Yeah.
I
I
said
did.
Okay,
this
there we go. All right, that's good.
3 times.
I don't pay attention to you anyway.
I know you don't.
Oh, you can feel the
Guys,
tension
get me.
in the room. You can feel the tension.
Oh, when you have classes with him, you learn.
No.
Let's see. Who do I want to give mine to? I'll say Steven, because Steven did the more things for the emotional journey he went through
Yeah.
today.
Emotional journey.
Mhm.
It is emotional journey. Oh,
Yeah.
Steven did have a dream, so he gets an extra PowerPoint because he did
Oh,
have
yeah.
a dream.
All right, who has not given theirs out yet?
Everybody's giving them out.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. Except
Oh,
Matt, which is standard.
but that's standard.
That's standard. We don't expect
Right.
anything from you, Tim.
We don't expect.
Right.
we-
I have
You don't
given you a
expect
world,
points.
I have given you plot.
We
take,
expect.
take. That's all you do.
I expect nothing from Tim, and I'm still disappointed.
Ugh. So,
Them's fighting words.
speaking of giving,
Oh, I'm
though,
sure.
I would like to remind people that we are still raising money for Extra Life. This year's fundraiser did start. You can check us out Only some of us have pages up yet. Some of us haven't put our pages up yet. But there's the link to my page and the link to the team page where you can find anyone who has created a page so far. Donate to Children's Miracle Network Hospitals through us, and they get every cent of that. We don't get any money from it. We just most of us are raising for. I think everyone that's currently signed up is raising for Boston Children's Hospital. But last year we had Buffalo, San Diego, and Orlando represented on the team. So we'll see where that goes this year. I don't have anything in place for like Ukraine or whatever, but be very mindful, because one of the links that's been going around a lot with people like, hey, you should totally give to this group, is a neo-Nazi group that is just arming people because they have a lot of guns because they're neo-Nazis and we're ready for a war with whoever. And so people are like, oh, hey, they're arming citizens in Ukraine to fight against Russia. Donate to them. And other people are like, okay, but they're Nazis. Like, can we not donate to them specifically? So be very mindful of where you donate if you're supporting Ukraine. I did post a link in the Discord to a page maintained by the Ukrainian government of places that can be donated. So you can check that out as well. I just don't have that link on hand right now to post it in the chat. But yeah, so that'll be tonight's session, and we will have game again next Thursday, right? We have game.
I
Next
won't be
Thursday we
here,
have
but
game,
but should. Yeah.
So the big battle we're probably going to end up going in. We won't have William again, or 9 or William, but yeah.
Or we'll have to have somebody else play him. But that'll be up to.
Let's see. I'm gonna Dave. I will let you control William.
You don't want me to control that.
What'd you do?
Well, I'd give him to Eric, but Eric is technically DMing this.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be a lot for
Tim
me.
now
It will
would
slow
have
me
3
down.
characters.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't let Matt have him if you paid me.
At that point, William would just fall off a tank or something. And
Chris, you willing to play William in addition to Gina next session?
all right, there you go.
Thank goodness I didn't get put on the list, because I was like, be last, because I've only done like one single thing in combat. I can't handle 2 characters.
Just remember,
if it were coinless, he would just Leroy Jenkins you in and then get your
Well,
for the best.
so
I'd be
3
prepared.
things. 3 things with William, Chris. 1, make sure he turns into light so he can't be hit by anything physical. 2, he can blast, or 3, he can blind things. Those are literally it. Oh, he can also fly. So
and he's very
really
hard
simple.
to hit.
That's
Can-
yes. So
Can
you'll,
he be light in water? Just the technical.
there's no reason he wouldn't be able to, but he wouldn't be able to breathe.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
I didn't know if you guys are going. If we're going to fill the tank, like, or is that scrapped at this point? We're just scrapping that.
No, we're dropping in a dinosaur.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're dropping in
doing
the dinosaur. That's
Project Scorched Earth method. That's what we're doing. Or Wet
Project
Earth.
Jurassic Park.
Operation Drop Rex.
Tyrannosaurus Rex some stuff.
Operation Aqua Lizard. A go.
No, it's Operation Tyrannosaurus Rex, spelled RECKS.
Nice, nice.
Bingo.
I like that.
Tyrannosaurus WRECKS.
I feel like that's
Tyrannosaurus
ECU
Rex.
way of naming operations. Operation, Starfish is Starro, and then Operation Butterfly, Operation Drop Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Operation Tyrannosaurus.
Operation Dino Meteor.
Dino.
Instead of the meteor,
dinosaur that just
instead of the meteor killing the dinosaur, this time the dinosaur kills you.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Well, let's say goodnight and then sign off, and join us next Thursday. I don't know that there's going to be anything else happening between now and then. Probably a writing live stream at some point now that we're all just kind of quarantining in house because there are people in my house who have COVID. So, yeah, get vaccinated and avoid that being as bad as it could possibly be. My whole family's
just be safe.
vaccinated except for my 4-year-old because he's too young, and so he's the one we're most concerned about right now. Because the vaccines are supposed to be able to make it not as bad, but he obviously doesn't have one. So that's our big concern at the moment. But yeah, if you can get one, do that, and then maybe we can be done with COVID and not have to deal with assholes driving across the country on trucks calling everyone else authoritarians. All right. Anyway.
Politics.
Have a good night.
You got this close to the end of the
Good
stream before
night.
politics, and he's like, "I can't do it. I can't do it in one stream without dropping it."
Oh God.
That was priceless. Priceless. Tim, another question for you.
Yeah.
Series power level, is that still the same, or is that we're bumping that up? I mean, I guess we don't have to do the math
it's
right
an
now.
average based on the party, so I'd have to know where everyone. I'd have to look at everyone's sheet, or just everyone say what power level they're at. Is everyone at least power level 11?
I'm
Yes.
11.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
11
No.
equals what?
Yeah.
Power level 11.
No, but how many PowerPoints total is that? Do you know off the top of your head?
10 is 150, so 165. Between 165 and 180.
Oh,
180 is
I'm
power level 12.
at 12 now.
That's why I was asking. I
Mhm.
think I've crested to 12
Okay. Well, yeah.
individually.
If everyone has, then if everyone who's counted in the math has gotten to power level 12, then yes, our power level is 12. Let me look at Hank. I know.
Yeah, Steven's still out for now.
Yeah.
He has his uses.
Hank hit 180 tonight.
He can do his things with his little.
Yeah, Hank
power.
is exactly 180. Let me.
And
take a
Gina's
peek
over
at-
180.
Let me take a look at Matt.
Just hit 180.
Matt might not be because he's missed so many sessions.
Matt is not. Matt is just a few points shy.
All right.
We're
I
still 11.
I don't know if he put tonight's points in or not, but even if he did, he would be just like 2 points shy. So
Okay.
Sad Matt.
as soon as
All right.
Matt gains like 4 power points, our series power level becomes 12.
Okay. Well,
Ooh, okay.
so not next session.
Well, I mean that depends on how bad the fight is, I guess.
All
All right, but seriously, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
I'm
Good
gonna
night.
end stream.
Night.
Yeah,
Roasted.
especially without my sterling leadership, y'all screwed.
I feel bad because weren't you